everyone, welcome on in today. And as you probably already can tell, today's stream is a little bit different than usual. I'll be joined by multiple people today who will help me voice act the characters in Ace Attorney Chronicles. And yeah, hello, hi Goldie, hi Rio, hi Shane, and hi Cam. Yeah, the squad is ready. Voice acting characters in the video game, that's so rich. Sure thing, Cam, sure thing. Alrighty, let me see, is everything working? Today was a wild day, let me tell you that. Wait, do I need to change something over here? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oopsie. There we go. Okay. Alright. Let's get everyone in here, shall we? Am I doing this right? Where is it? There you go.
Case is obvious.
Hello, everyone!
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah! We're joined by multiple people today. So...
It's a party.
It's a party, indeed.
Nah, it's just Golden doing all of our voices.
It's all Goldie.
Is that what it is? Was the whole like casting we did earlier sham? And as soon as we start, it'll be like, okay, Goldie, go, just read everything.
He's very talented.
Yeah, Goldie, that was all what's going to happen. You're gonna voice, and we're gonna judge how well you do.
It was just a sham to get me to okay, sure, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go.
See, that's why you're in the special corner. If you see my stream.
I was saying I should have given you the KFC bucket so you could hold me again.
Honestly, I was thinking about adding the KFC bucket. I saw it today, and I was like, should I?
Nah, we can make that happen. We can put me in the bucket again. I'm not against it.
Put you in the bucket. Yeah, I'm gonna put on my KFC costume and have you in my arms again.
Listen, chat. If you want me to be in the bucket again, let us know now. For next time, I can join.
Alrighty. Okay, wait, hold on. I need to control. Wait, I need to stream. Hold on.
Yes.
Yes, you need to show us the game.
Hold on. I'm a professional streamer. And now my PC crashes, that's it. Ah! Yeah, I shall hydrate. I have tea and water with me.
Wonderful.
Alright, I think... Is it Act 4 now? Yeah! Yep. Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. Kokoro? The heart?
I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening.
I think that person's napping.
The young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back. Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set.
Hi Arlo, welcome on in. Hello.
Had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
The clown I could have got a basket. 19th February, 9 AM, British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice Office. Am I Susato?
Yeah, you're Naruhodo and Susato.
Okay. Did you sleep well, Mr. Naruhodo? No, not at all. It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious, I felt like we were staying in a palace. And with all the gas lights twinkling, it was brighter than day, even in the middle of the night. What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Borea, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. Oh yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except, when I learned that we owed £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare. Oops, sorry about that. The building was so impressive and the entrance so inviting. I just wandered in without thinking. Oh boy. In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with the bill. I'm really sorry. Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we were not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less. London is a scary place.
Jinxie.
Yes. Good morning to you at this early hour.
Hi.
I don't know what character means, I'm sorry.
Yes. Well. Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday. Susato-san is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart.
Yeah, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices.
Oh, yes. It was very eye-opening. Thank you. And in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end.
Yeah, I've already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed.
Oh.
No longer are you a student from Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer.
Hey, let's go.
My country is delighted to welcome young talent from such a remote eastern land.
Thank you very much. So I'm a lawyer now.
Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that it won't be a problem.
Another case. Already?
Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure
hey,
I
Sadra,
don't
welcome on in.
sense dissatisfaction, do I?
It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it.
What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for?
Justice! Is someone the judge, or is it me?
Oh, it was you.
It's
but-
me?
Here.
Okay.
Here. No, I can do it for you if you want.
Yeah, sure.
The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
Oh, God. Didn't pick up on this. Well, Lord Van Dykes, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
Oh my. This guy.
He's great.
Can't wait to meet him again. I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGirded really was innocent. Mr. Naruhodo? It's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended.
Well, you need to let it trouble you for a second longer.
Sorry? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart?
Magnus McGilded passed away immediately following that trial.
What? No! What? Mr. McGilded is... dead? Where are the birds coming from? Say what?
I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk.
Oh my, okay. Alright, how did he die? I don't understand. What happened? How can he be dead?
After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom.
Was he inside? Wait, yes, of course. There was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGirded had been accused of.
Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flame.
No. How could such a thing have happened?
That is being investigated as we speak. But already, the police have identified the corpse found inside the charred shell of the carriage as that of McGild.
I don't believe that for some reason. That's awful.
That man must have slipped inside while the bailiff's attention was elsewhere.
That bailiff really needs to pay more attention. How could that have happened?
That is also being investigated as we speak.
Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGirded did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus.
Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection.
Sorry? What inspection?
They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
An inspection of the omnibus? Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage.
Huh? But then who was Mr. McGill talking about?
Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. This matter should no longer This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police.
Poor Mr. McGilded. Alright, British court, let's go.
So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court?
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was... wow! Mr. Narahudo means that the whole experience was steeped into the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. It's really a word apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old. Wow, Susato-san has such a way with words. And you seem to have a way of failing to fight the right ones. Oh.
The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can.
The most advanced in the world, is it?
It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair.
How was that simple? Simple? That was simple?
As I believed I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial that you couldn't lose.
I don't mean to be contrary, Lord Strongheart, but the case was anything but simple. The circumstances of the case were so incriminating, I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. That was good. Is something funny?
No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to an exceptional talent, wouldn't you agree?
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much, at least, is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I have prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before.
What's going on? What was he going to say before? Alright, the new case. Could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned? Don't tell me. It's a murder and the trial starts in 10 minutes.
Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment. In fact, this case is completely different.
Oh, I see. Did he just read my mind?
And that is to say, no one has died as yet. And the trial will not be today. There is plenty of time to research the case thoroughly. "23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise."
So the trial is tomorrow then. Is everything alright? Oh, yes. I'm just a little confused, that's all. Yesterday's trial was... well, it's left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo? I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Mr. McGilded's trial.
Yes, I nearly forgot. There is one similarity with yesterday's case.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, there's currently no one to advocate for the defense.
What a surprise! Oh.
If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome.
The most terrible end awaits the defendant.
Yes, that's right.
Oh. Here we go again. The deadline really does remind one of uni.
Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me. Would strongly advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking. There is now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits.
Last time he mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time.
And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There is something I would like to ask you.
Oh, what's that?
Yesterday, you remarked upon something that you intended to see through the will of your late
Ooh.
compatriot, Mr. Azuki? I would be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that. Inside 34 seconds.
Kazuma always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world worked, so he could change ours in Japan. But now he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself. And there's another thing. Oh.
Another thing? Continue.
On the way here, on the steamship, he said something to me. Do we have a Kazuma?
We do not have somebody prepared for this.
Whoops.
We need a Kazuma!
I'll just take it since it's probably not going to be
Let's go.
an important role.
Go ahead, bud.
There's something very important that I have to do.
Literal chills.
Something
So
very
good.
important. And what exactly would that be?
He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he... Ah!
You're out of time. Well, thank you for an enlightening discussion.
Mr. Naruhodo, what's all this about? Mr. Asogi never once mentioned anything of the sort to me.
I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand.
Oh.
I've taken the liberty of summoning the police investigator in charge of the case. He'll be able to appraise you of the details.
How long has he been there?
So, I wish you the best of luck and bid you farewell.
Alright. Oh, Susato. There's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma-sama, what did you mean? I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we had better talk to the detective, don't you think? Yes, you're right. I hope I'm just imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all. Does he have fries?
Oh, he's got a handful of chips.
Yeah, chips.
He's got a handful of chips.
Goldie, I want to hear your best British accent.
Was it?
Oh
this is
wait.
still-
Could we try? And I'm hungry again.
What do you think?
Lovely weather in it.
What's the weather got to do with anything? Listen to me, you young Japanese upstart. Some frippity about the weather doesn't get every English gent eaten out of your hand, you know? I gave him a slight Luigi tang because let's be real, he looks like Luigi.
But Susato-san told me it was foolproof.
I'm a busy man, a very busy man. There's a crime scene to investigate, but I'm here having to give the likes of you a talking to.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry.
Can you imagine what the other officers there will be saying, hmm? Haven't seen Gregson anywhere, have you? No, he's too busy with the bigwigs these days. And all because of some bumpkin who's here on a jaunt from a country I've never even heard of. Hear that ripping sound? That's my reputation at the yard going to tatters.
Oh my. There's no need to rip us apart as well. I don't believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a defense lawyer.
Eh?
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Sue.
Eh?
It's lovely weather we're having today, isn't it? I also want fries.
It is unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine.
Unbelievable! How did she pull that off?
So, Lord Strongheart has asked me to fill you in on the case. My name's Tobias Gregson. Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard.
Gregson? Inspector Gregson? What's the matter with Susato-san? Does this detective's name mean something to her? Alright, let's talk. Inspector, are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson? You're acting like you know this man, Miss Susato, but he is a London detective. Oh, I do know him! Very well, in fact. Very well? Yes, he features prominently in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Oh. Oh, in that publication. What's it called again? Rent's Magazine? That's right. Inspector Gregson and Mr. Sholmes enjoy a wondrous friendly rivalry. Really? You rival the great Mr. Sholmes? That's incredible.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. Mr. Sholmes isn't a professional like myself, of course, but he does come up with the goods from time to time.
Mr. Sholmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. Gregson's is the pick of a bad law of all those Scotland Yarders. Those were his own words. That's his highest praise? Well, Mr. Sholmes isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see.
But he is not, and thanks to that magazine, my name's known all over London town now.
That's great, isn't it?
I have to admit that to start with I was a little, well, flattered by all the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard went through the roof.
Well, that's wonderful.
Oh, it is not! There's nothing more sinister than the man on the street! People are always looking at me now. They're whispering rumors about me under their breath, I'm sure!
Rumors? Are you quite sure?
He's changed since he started appearing in those stories. The fame's gone to his head. Stuff like that.
Aww. Gosh, do you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you?
Like I said, they whisper, so I can't exactly catch what they're saying. But I know what folk are like. I'm sure that's what they're saying. As sure as eggs is eggs.
I get the feeling this detective could be very hard work. Oh dear, perhaps the sudden rise to fame does change people.
And totally not the bottomless amount of fries that he has.
So, about the case that the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before.
Nothing to tell, really.
Very helpful.
As far as we're concerned at the yard, it couldn't be more simpler.
Oh dear, that probably means that as far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated. I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right.
A young woman was walking along the pavement on Briar Road when she was stabbed from behind. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in hospital, unconscious.
That's despicable! What sort of coward would attack the poor woman from behind? I suppose you would have finished whoever it was off with a Susato takedown, wouldn't you? That is neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhodo. Brace yourself, Ryunosuke. You've angered here now.
Anyway, after something of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. He barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest.
So there must have been something left at the scene that led you directly to the culprit? Or perhaps a reliable witness who recognized the person in question?
Let me stop you right there. You're wasting your time on this one.
Sorry?
There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the bloke now.
Oh. Why ever not?
Simple. Prosecutor that's been assigned to the trial tomorrow is Lord Barak von Zeeks.
Who else? No!
Sounds like you've heard of him then.
Oh, yes, we are very familiar with Lord Van Zeeks. Believed to be the harbinger of death itself. The Reaper of the Bailey. Eh? Are we talking about the fancy man now? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
the fancy man.
The fancy man, yes.
The fancy man, let's go! Lord Barak Van Zeeks, who we faced in court only yesterday. Mr. McGildo told us about him before the trial, didn't he? Ah.
Shaky?
Wait, why would this be me?
McGilded.
Oh, is this
Or
McGilda?
favorite?
Oh,
Probably, yeah.
I didn't know it was McGilda. I thought this was just the Gregson talking to them about it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. 'cause
We
I'm not
miss
seeing any,
McGilded, let's go.
Irish twang, but okay. When Van Zyke stands for prosecution, they... Oh wait, what was that? When Van Zyke stands for prosecution, they call the accused as sacrificial lambs. In every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned.
He's so
that's awesome.
dramatic.
Close enough.
This Reaper of the Bailey nickname. I suppose he earned that because every defendant he advocates against is found guilty. Is that it? Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector, that in yesterday's trial against Lord Van Zieks, Mr. Naruhodo secured a verdict of not guilty.
Ah, and what of it?
Oh, well, I think that means that even against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not impossible to save the defendant.
No. You really don't have a clue, do ya?
What do you mean? Oh, hi Ale,
What happened
welcome
to
on
that bloke in
in.
the end, eh? He's dead.
Wait, what? Oh. Oh.
Magus McGilda came a cropper in that omnibus when it went up in flames. So you can't rightly say you saved the defendant, can you?
What are you saying?
Look, if Van Zieks could get the dirt to stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. But that's not how it goes. He doesn't work miracles, he works magic. Black magic.
Amazing, let's go.
I'd have a good long think about that, if I were you.
And he pulls out the fries again.
The fries are his black magic. Why do you think he
Yeah.
has so many?
Are we really supposed to believe that?
No, no, no.
I feel like the middle piece is bread.
No, it's fish. It's fish and chips because he's British.
Oh,
it's a fillet
that
of
makes.
breaded fish.
Oh,
And so he's continuously spawning fish.
Mhm.
and chips.
He's Jesus.
He's Jesus.
Oh, bye bye, Ale.
Right, well,
Thank you for
I
dropping
filled you in as
by.
requested, and I'm very nearly out of chips. So I'll be heading back to the crime scene now. We're still carrying out a few investigations there.
It was Briar Road, you said, didn't you? Where the incident took place.
That's correct, ma'am. And if you head over to the holding cells, you can meet the criminal himself.
You've branded him a criminal already?
He's as good as. Shaking like a leaf in his cell he is. He'll give you a chuckle if nothing else. He's inmate 53. Speak to the jailer and he'll show you the way.
Inmate 53. Thank you.
Goodbye, Luigi.
So there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say. Is something troubling you, Mr. Naruhodo? To tell the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning the case down. That takes courage too. But if the man they've arrested is innocent, you could well imagine he would be shaking like a leaf in his cell. And I for one wouldn't find the sight of that funny. So, if I'm honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself. And I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I like to try. So I think I'm going to make some inquiries. Will you help me? Did you really think you had to ask? After all, I am your judicial assistant. Thank you. So then, shall we? Yes! Let's go! Alright, we can move!
Away you go.
Susato is so lovely.
She's so
She's
cute.
so adorable.
Where shall we go first?
Your choice. Naruhodo.
Prison.
Present! I heard
No, it
present!
isn't. It's just Naruhodo.
Naruhodo!
Naruhodo.
Naru...
We're not Southerners.
Well,
Naruhodo.
Naruhodo, Sean.
Alright.
Never do a southern accent again.
airtight what?
Goddamn.
I
God.
say, that is deplorable.
They're pla-
So these are British prison cells? Oh, they're ghastly. It feels just like a dungeon. Yes, and having experienced it in Japan myself, I can assure you that our wooden cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone walls. Oh, don't, Mr. Naruhodo. You're making it seem worse. Apparently, a client is in this cell here, but it's so dark at the back there. I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like. Ah. Do we have a bailiff?
53. Your legal representative is here to see you.
Yeah, we didn't have a thing for this either.
Stop by and at the back of the cell and show your face at once.
Oh.
Am I? Am I a cat? As yet with no name?
Wait, what's going? What?
Calling me by a number. It's unbelievably, unjustly, unreasonable. I refuse to answer.
What's going on?
I'm so happy we went with this casting.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, this is amazing. Mr. Naruhodo, what? What do you think is going on here? I have no idea, but I wasn't just hearing things, was I? That tirade of complaints wasn't Japanese, eh? What?
It was?
Hello there. What's with your eyes? Excuse.
Quiet.
Are you alright?
They're all around, hiding. I know they are. They're watching, listening. Even now, I can sense it.
Right, so...
There you are. You've come to curse me, haven't you? Don't try to hide it. You're a ghost.
A ghost? I'm loving this. We mean you no harm, prisoner-san. Are you... Japanese by any chance? Oh. Oh.
This is... dreams!
This man is going through it.
Forgive me for that outburst before. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fine. We were just a little surprised, that's all.
Imagine it! It's been 12 long months since I left my hometown, and here I am in a frightful fix in a foreign land. So hearing the sweet, sentimental tones of a compatriot's voice here in this damp, dark hellhole was a most monumentally moving moment.
I can't stop laughing. This is so great. Rio, this is amazing.
Rio's
This
been hiding
character.
this out from us this whole time. I'm so glad we got him to do
Yo, I'm in love with you, man. This is so good.
You are a voice actor. You just haven't told us.
Yeah.
Such passion.
We have a hidden
Bro,
master.
voice everybody. Why are we even here? Like, what is this? We can't
Good.
compete.
We're voice acting camp for beginners. Get out of here. You're no beginner.
Fine, Cam, you done with
Kicking
work
out the
yet?
pro.
You're in.
They're kicking me out.
He's too good.
So Ryu and I can just leave if it's just for beginners.
Now you're stuck with me, buddy. You can't leave, Goldie.
I was stuck.
Goldie's
I'm
in
not a
prison
beginner.
and there isn't even a prison channel.
Wait, I'm not even a beginner though.
Yes, you are. Don't be delusional.
Damn.
Anyway, who could have guessed that this new client Lord Strongheart assigned to us would turn out to be a fellow Japanese?
What compassion my fellow countrymen show! To dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student.
You're
How
a
the heck
student?
am I?
Yeah, you look
Like I'm
old.
30.
You've been some stuff.
Noble, nurturing, never-failing Nippon.
A first-class lawyer? Oh dear, I think there's been something of a misunderstanding here. I wonder, would you be so kind to tell us what's happened? Why you've been detained as a suspect, for example?
Yes, yes, I can. I will. Shan't stay sullen and silent.
This guy. I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but he seems happy. Yes, he does. I just hope he actually has a good reason to be. Thank you for your cooperation. I am a lawyer, as you said. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. And I am Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba.
I am a visiting student sent here by our government. Notably, notoriously named Natsume, Soseki Natsume.
Alright, Natsume. Soseki Natsume-san? What an unusual name.
Call me Soseki, please. I'm a poet, you see. A writer of haiku.
I didn't notice, nuh-uh.
It's something of a nom de plume.
Oh, we're turning French now. A nom de plume? You mean an alias? That's right, Naruhodo-san.
No, don't be so prosaic. It's much more refined than that.
And a haiku? That really reminds me of home. Did I hear you say that you were a visiting student sent over here by the government?
Yes, that's right. A year ago I was told to go and study English. First I had to suffer that misery, and now this! It's beyond the pale!
Aww. Suffer that misery? Did you not want to study here?
No, I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some years, of course.
Oh.
Just because the government tells you to do something doesn't mean you can do it? Oh!
What do you mean?
If they told me to study English literature, that I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language.
Not the English language! Horrible!
It was torture.
Who wants to speak English?
So many homonyms, utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable.
I see.
Only the other day I was told to send a report about my first year here. I tendered a blank piece of paper. Eyes, words on white washi.
You must be a man of great standing.
Oh, yes. So I'm often told.
And often like to be told, it seems. Alright, what exactly happened? Could you perhaps tell us exactly why you've been arrested, Suseki-san?
I didn't do it. I didn't commit that atrocious murder.
Murder?
Oh, no, it's all right. All right. The woman didn't actually die, did she? But she was stabbed with a knife right before my eyes.
Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker?
I didn't see anyone.
Oh? What?
If I'd seen the person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here?
Oh dear, it seems this case is becoming rather complicated.
Why me? Why me? Why did that silly woman have to be stabbed in front of me? It's the curse of London. It's incredibly, inexcusably, irritatingly inconvenient.
So, Suseki-san was there at the scene, but he didn't see the attacker. It's vital that we find out more about the case. Alright, tell us anything else.
It was an accursed evening, just after the snow had started to clear and heavy with fog. I'd been to the bookshop to buy some books, and I was on my way back to my accursed lodgings.
Sure, the bookshop wasn't a curse too.
As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet.
Oh my. Oh wait, that's me. How terrible.
I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish, grim graveyard.
Oh. Slight exaggeration there, perhaps.
I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs could carry me back to my accursed lodgings.
But there's no real blood around the knife. That's not good.
Well, they'll say it was shameful, I know, to run away like that.
Tell me, Soseki-san, was the victim an acquaintance of yours?
Don't be ridiculous! Do you think I know any of these fair-haired English, and a young woman at that? I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure. I can't talk to people.
I see. A young woman unknown to Suseki-san. And at the time it happened, who else did you see nearby? Did anyone pass you?
Regrettably, apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul.
No one? Oh, great. So the victim was unknown to you, and there was nobody else on the street at the time. That creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it? Hmm? What conundrum? What do you mean, Susato-san? What's a conundrum? Well, what if Soseki-san has just told us is true, there's something I can't explain. He says that he didn't know the victim, and that there was no one else at the scene. Then he apparently fled without having been seen.
I did!
But if that's the case, surely this man has to be the culprit?
Oh! You! What did you just say?
Nothing. I didn't say anything. Oops. Perhaps I thought that a little loudly. Actually, that's not what was troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Suseki-san actually come to be arrested? Sorry? He didn't touch the victim, and there was nobody at the scene to see him. So how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place? Oh yes, she's right!
It was him. That accursed great detective.
Oh!
He led the police to me.
No!
Of all the bad luck. Accursed great. Oh.
Could it be? Oh wait, that's me, hold on.
Is there not a log that you can
Yeah,
go back
I
to
could.
for that? Yeah.
A cursed great detective? Could it be?
I shall never forget that man's name as long as I live. With his haughty laugh and his self-proclaimed greatness. Brash, big-headed busybody pecan! May you be cursed until the end of your days, Sherlock Holmes!
I knew it!
Do you still hate Sholmes?
Yes.
I do too.
He brings nothing but trouble.
That's the
He's
best
great.
part.
He's awesome.
Mr. Sholmes? Sholmes? Oh my. Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure.
It was the morning after that nightmare had unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a sliver of hard cheese when some men suddenly burst in through the door. They started shouting at me, "This is the police! Put the weapon down!" Yes, it was a thin sliver, and yes, it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon! Disgusting dietary discrimination, devils!
You clearly had a trying morning yesterday.
And there he was, in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. That Sherlock Holmes.
It's actually just Sherlock Holmes. He's English.
I've since found out that he's a famous man name in detection here in London.
Yes, the great detective is really well known.
And his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts, apparently. He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman. Me, this weak, stooped kitten of a man!
What? I wonder what great deduction process led him to his conclusion this time. Do you mean to say that Mr. Sholmes' deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable.
Well, the thing is...
Oh.
I was thrown into a panic when they barged their way in.
Of course you were. That's only natural.
I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing question after question at me in impossible English. Fiendish foreign film flammery.
Well, we are in England. You can't really blame them for questioning you in English.
Good point, good point. My mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. So I just kept repeating things
Oh.
like, yes I do, and I'm fine.
Oh.
The next thing I knew, I was in manacles. And before I knew it, I was thrown in here.
Oh, poor guy. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's hardly surprising. I'm fine. He's not fine now.
Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
Oh, you can just call me Naruhodo. And when we're speaking English, a simple mister is more than enough.
Oh, yes. All right, yes. They've really got to me. This country is poisoning my mind. But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. You can tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you?
Well,
Why? Why is it so hard to say yes to me?
well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself, on a study tour.
A student?
I have defended a case in the Old Bailey. Only the one, though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means. Oh, Naruhodo-san. I'm not even the foreign student who was supposed to be here. I'm a sort of locum lawyer, I suppose.
Oh, but that armband! That's the mark of a defense lawyer from our great empire!
It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my best friend.
A keepsake? I know exactly what they're saying about me.
Oh, what do you mean?
The lawyers, all the British defense lawyers, they won't defend me.
Goodness, why? Why do you say that?
For the same reason as you noted before, when it happened. There was only the victim and myself around, and I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit.
It must be very hard for you, Suseki-san.
And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them. Someone not to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me before, in my earshot without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said, and of course the foreigner did it.
Aww.
They even had the gall to say, the man doesn't understand half of what's being said anyway.
That's awful.
They're wrong! I've studied more English than half of the policemen out there on the streets. I've traveled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history. But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So, at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue.
Oh.
You could do it, couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through.
Suzuki-san is just that. Give me a little time, please. I'll do what I can for the time being.
What do you mean?
We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, yes, thank you. I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you, locum student Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire.
We should be going then, Naruhodo-san. We have a case to prepare for. Aww,
Isn't he great?
he's amazing.
If you look at his profile, I
just
think you'll
leave
see his
me.
age.
Leave me in this accursed prison.
Quiet, quiet prisoner. Let me do my job.
33. There you go. Everybody.
Oh, he is
That's his age for
old!
the whole beast. Yeah, that's his thing for the
He's old at 33.
All the stress has made me look even worse.
Remember everyone. For Nem, if age higher, old,
That
What?
makes sense.
right?
So everybody's old.
Basically.
Yeah, cool.
Huh?
I feel like there was so much dialogue there, but just from Com's performance, we already knew exactly who this character was. You know?
Oh,
We
hi, Zai!
didn't even
Welcome
need
on
the
in! How are you
You
doing?
know, we could have just like read a line or two, be done with it.
Real slaters.
Yeah.
Telling you, he's been hiding it from us.
What the heck, Rio?
I appreciate it, but you know, I haven't exactly had the chance to show off.
Well, that
Cool.
changes now.
Yeah, we set this up just for you, Rio.
Mm-mm. Ah.
I appreciate it. Now enjoy. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'll probably be leaving before next time.
Mm. Yeah. Stay as long as you can. As long as you want. Okay. Briar Road. Oh, that bicycle was chopped up. So, this is where it happened. Briar Road. Ah, look! Mr. Naruhodo! Look at that regulation metal helmet. It's unmistakable. The men of Scotland Yard are here. They're investigating as we speak. That is their job, you know. But, Mr. Naruhodo, to see one with my own eyes. They're often depicted in the great adventures of Sherlock Holmes, but I never dreamed I'd ever come this close. To a real Bobby's helmet. What? The helmet? Of course. I have to try one day. Well, I hope your heady dream comes true. Ah, hi.
What's the Japanese delegation doing here?
Oh, Inspector Gregson.
This isn't on the tourist trail, as I'm fairly sure you're well aware.
Yes, of course. We're here to investigate.
So, you've been to the holding cell,
Oh, hi,
then?
Blibba!
What'd you make of
Welcome
the
on
criminal?
in. How are you doing? He's not a criminal, as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect.
We'll see about that. You Japanese like to stick together, I suppose. Well, do what you will. Doesn't bother me. The bloke's in court tomorrow, whatever happens, and the verdict's a foregone conclusion.
The stone cold air of rejection. Take heart. London at this time of year is full of stone cold air. That makes it worse somehow. Alright. Oh, can we examine already? Look at it, a snowman! What a delightful snowman! I didn't realize the English had a tradition of making snowmen as well. It looks a little creepy though. Oh, it has a scarf! Look! You would need one if you were out in this freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one. I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment too. We certainly can't afford a scarf. Surely the snowman here wouldn't miss his. But the person who made the snowman certainly would. Yes, I know. You're right. Anyway, this was have to just straight up like read our mind.
A lot.
Yeah. Even if I borrowed it, it wouldn't do much to warm my neck, would it? It's covered in snow. Wait, I wanna look at the how do I move the camera? No?
You should be able to hit the button on the arrow. If not, then one of
Ah!
the arrow keys will, yeah.
Look at this bicycle.
Classic British engineering.
Oh, a British bicycle, look! Although the wheel is so misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore. Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling. It seems bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. There's even a moment to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well. Movement. The bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that. I agree! Who needs bicycles? Goodness, do you dislike bicycles? No, not at all. I mean, it's not that I dislike them exactly. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both your feet off firm ground seems reckless. If you ever tried walking on stilts and falling into a river, you know you agree with me. We'll have to hire a bicycle sometime. You can sit behind me while I ride you around.
The bicycle comment is actually pretty funny because in Ace Attorney 1 through 3, Phoenix Wright rides a bike everywhere
Oh,
'cause he doesn't have
that's
his driver's license.
true. That's true.
Yeah, the history went in favor of the bicycle.
Yep.
I aspire to be like Phoenix one day.
One day.
Cycling everywhere. Never getting my driver's license.
Oh, you're doing well. I'm happy to hear that. That's one of the officers from Scotland Yard. The police are making sure the crime scene is disturbed. I have a feeling that if we wander too close, we'll be clapped in irons. I think perhaps you're being a little overcautious. We've done nothing wrong, so we have no cause for concern. Oh no, I'm not getting caught out again. Twice is enough. Twice I've been found myself in handcuffs, despite not knowing a thing about what was going on. Yes, you've had some dreadful experiences. I'm sure it's that wide-eyed look of panic you're so prone to. It does you no favors at all. Alright, I think we should talk to our dude. Scotland Yard. Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I read about them, the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I've been fascinated by the place.
The Yard is the most sophisticated policing organization you'll find anywhere in the world, ma'am.
Oh, and you know I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet. It does make them look the part, seeing that policeman there with his helmet on. You certainly get the sense that this is a man who will take no nonsense in his duty of protecting the city. Oh yes! Doesn't he look wonderful?
Being a London Bobby is hard going, I can tell you.
Oh, really?
First thing in the morning, you know what he does? Goes around and rouses all the laborers on his beat so they can get off to work.
What? He wakes people up?
Yep. Raps on their windows with a long pole. Did it myself, going a bit back.
I had no idea.
Bobby works for the people of the town. It's just another one of his duties. After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. You interrupted his bite. How dare you? He was mid-bite.
He was craving that.
No
Man.
fish
He
for
was
you.
upset, and you just moved on. He just was like, oh, I guess I gotta talk now.
No fries for you.
He doesn't. He's gotta do 20 miles a day now. This is his lunch, his breakfast, and his dinner.
Everything. It's his everything. You just interrupted his bite.
He deserves
I don't know that. He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's the regulation distance.
I can't really imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way. Right, who uses miles? Let me see. 20 miles. That's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama. On foot? That's definitely taking things a step too far.
And when it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the gas street lamps.
Oh my! And I suppose in between all of those duties, Bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well. And chase after criminals trying to evade the law.
I'm not sure you could call it in between exactly. More alongside, but yes. They're expected to handle those jobs as well. We do have men keeling over from time to time, I admit.
I had always dreamed of wearing one of these helmets, as I said. But it's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruhodo. Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do. Alright, the case.
It happened around 5 in the evening, 2 days ago, just there on that open bit of pavement. The victim, a young woman, was stabbed with a blade from behind.
Is it right that the lady is still unconscious now? You mentioned that she's being treated in hospital. Oh?
I never said she was a lady.
Huh?
Truth is, unless she comes around pretty smartish, we won't be able to find out much about her at all.
I suppose that means they haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course.
Here's a map of the local area I happen to have on me. You can take it if you want.
Really? Are you sure?
It's the Yard policy to give lawyers defending suspects the odd bit of information to go on.
I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still. Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept. Hey, I want to look at it. Who needs to talk to you? Anyway. I feel like that Calabash Road is important later on. Meerschaum Street? Is that like the waterside road?
I'll never become relevant. Trust.
You
It's
have
just
a
there for
30
flavor.
You have a 33% chance that one of those 3 roads is gonna be relevant.
I
But
feel
one
like
of them had an
the...
actual murder on it, so I think that one's
So
pretty...
that one's confirmed. That's 100%, but we'll throw
Yeah, so it's actually a
66 on the other one.
50-50 chance.
50, yeah, 50-50 on the other one.
100% if both of them become relevant.
Yeah. Anyway, as far as we know, there was no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So who did it, do you think? Not much of a head scratcher, is it?
Well, I know Mr. Natsume is also claiming not to have seen anyone else around, but... just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can't be sure that nobody else was present.
I'm sorry to have to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure.
How?
Because, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed.
Huh? It... what?
We have 2 very reliable witnesses, no less.
Oh my. Oh!
It was a typical foggy London day, and your client obviously didn't see them.
There were witnesses now? Yeah, we didn't hear about this part. Who are these witnesses, Inspector?
A fellow and his wife, and the man's one of the most reliable and respected citizens in all of London.
Oh, that is suspicious.
He's a copper from Scotland Yard.
Sus.
Them hear someone is reliable and responsible. That's suspicious.
That's suspicious! Ah! A policeman? That might change things. And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked?
Nothing peculiar about that, ma'am. Part and parcel of being a bobby. Catching them banging the act and all that.
Do you think it might be possible for us to ask that policeman a few questions?
Be my guest. You can ask him what you like. In court tomorrow.
Ah. Oh.
I have no doubt he'll be summoned as a witness. So that'll give you something to look forward to.
That's that then. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems. A policeman witnessed the incident. As your judicial assistant, I must warn you that this could make our job very difficult indeed. Yes, as a non-judicial assistant, I could have warned me of that too. Oh yes, one more thing, Inspector.
What?
The person who led you to the suspect. I hear that was Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Sholmes.
What are you bringing him up for?
Was it something I said? The color has drained from his cheeks. Let's talk about the man. The legend. Oh, the music stopped!
Who did you hear that name from?
Oh, well, it was Mr. Natsume who mentioned it. He said that Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings. I'm sure it was a result of one of Mr. Sholmes' inspirational great deductions.
Fiddle faddle!
Ah!
The man's an amateur, and I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere.
You tell them! Oh.
I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of the crime. Wanders around spouting incomprehensible rubbish, and before you know it, he claims must have solved the case.
Oh, not the fries and fish. Yes, he's quite outstanding, isn't he? He is a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he?
Gibble gabble.
Oh!
Ever seen this before?
Oh, yes. That's Rand's magazine.
Goodbye, Rio.
Oh, bye-bye, Rio. Thank you so much
See
for
you, Rio.
joining in. See you next time.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah. Oh god, who's gonna follow up his performance?
Who is
That is
worthy
juicy.
of
Who's the
following his
understudy?
footstep?
Oh,
The wonderful publication in which the adventures of Sherlock Holmes appears.
Yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the Yard's detectives in its stories. And the so-called Great Detective makes a mockery of all of us. You ask anyone at the Yard? It's a misadventure to be included in any of Sherlock Holmes' tale at all.
Well, I suppose there's an element of that.
We work our socks off, every one of us, only to be frumped by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. The man's as dangerous to us at Scotland Yard as he is to all our criminals.
Oh. That can't be really true. Can it, Inspector? Clearly, the Great Detective and the police have a complex relationship. Alright, the trial.
That twitchy Japanese bloke goes on trial tomorrow. Are you gonna defend him or not?
Well,
It's no difference to me, but I will just say this. No London lawyer worth his salt would touch that case with a barge pole.
because the prosecution is being handled by the Reaper of the Baileys, you mean?
There's no way to save the man now. It's a waste of time trying. It is all a bit strange, though.
Sorry?
The Reaper. He hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now.
Oh. Yes, we did hear something to that effect.
And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum, the master criminals, the violent ones.
Master criminals? The violent ones?
That's right. He handpicks his victims, only deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for their sins.
But Mr. Natsume wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely.
That's just my point, sunshine. Yes, the young woman was stabbed, but it didn't kill her. Couldn't even say the intent was there. So this isn't the sort of case I'd be expecting the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into, for want of a better phrase.
Well, it's not exactly a minor infraction, is it?
You could say it was a minor laceration. That was too smart for people.
No.
Okay.
No.
That was too big word. Okay, I'll go smaller. That's
no.
okay. Yeah, we'll dumb down
Remember,
my words, no
I
worries.
only have one brain cell, Cody. Remember that.
Someone hearing this in the future will be like, aha, I get it. No, there's got to be more to it. For some reason he's taken an interest.
Really? What sort of reason, Inspector?
You think I can tell what's going on inside the head of that Lord of Darkness? You'll have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial.
Ah, yes, of course. Are we really going to have to face the Reaper again? The Lord of Darkness, as he puts it.
Yeah, so turns out Zeke's is just a chuny.
Well, I don't think we're going to get any more useful information out of the detective. Oh? Mr. Naruhodo, can I make a suggestion? Oh yes, what is it? Well, it seems to me that we must speak with them about this. Who? Ah, our dear detective. By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes? Oh, please no. Yes.
Really bigging it up.
Mr. Herlock Sholmes, exactly. Look at those shining eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Natsume did blame Mr. Sholmes for all this, didn't he? Yes, he did. He really did. Which makes him an involved party to the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it's not simply my selfish desire to meet with Mr. Sholmes again. Are you sure? The trouble is, we have no idea of the man's address. It's Baker Street! Of course it is. Of course it is. How do you know that? It's in the stories, of course.
Stalker.
Well, more likely the man doxes himself. 221B Baker Street. The most famous address in the world. Oh, I see. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose. We better try to find a way there before Susato-san gets any more excited and unpredictable. Hooray! I summoned the carriage. So, we're to have a reunion already. Yay! With the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Okay.
They're really like bigging him up, aren't they? Like everybody's mentioned him at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Sholmes Suite. Of course it's a suite.
Have fun.
Oh my, hi. And they have money for a carriage?
It's just up there overlooking the street. Good day.
Thanks again.
This is it. The residence of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
That's a lot of flowers. Alright, we're now in his suite. Let's go. We just barged in.
Pick the locks.
Two can play this game.
Susato actually has a picture of his key. And that was in one of his books and just like made it herself.
So this is where the great detective makes his living. It feels surreal to be here somehow. It is as described in the stories, Miss Susato. Susato-san? Many famous cases has been solved here in this very room. Oh, I suppose there must have been... yeah. I've never read the stories, so it's hard to get quite excited about it as she seems to be. The detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears into the fog down an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it! The romanticism! Can't you feel your heart thumping in your chest? Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, I suppose I can, yes. So, if you don't mind. I just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer. Please, don't mind me. She's obsessed.
The fangirling is so unreal.
Well, it looks like our detective friend isn't home at present. You guys just went inside this man's home. Excuse me, is anybody home? Oh.
I believe this is Iris.
That is correct.
Excellent.
Oh, well, shit. Okay, I still haven't decided if I want to actually give her a feminine voice or if I just wanna stick
Go
with
for
a
it.
Whatever you want, man.
Alright. Oh, we have a visitor?
Amazing.
Perfect.
Hello! Is it a big new case for Mr. Schultz?
Oh, it's her! Hello. Wait. Aren't you...
Oh, how rude of me. I'll go and make some tea at once.
I'm sure it's the same girl. Miss Susato, did you see the girl who was just here? Oh, yes. Isn't it truly extraordinary? Oh, we lost her. To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes to take on his case.
Too
The
late.
King of where? Yeah? King Wilhelm Gottreich Sigismund from Ornstein, of course.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Forget the adventures of Sherlock Holmes for a moment and look over there.
The tea's brewed, and I have a freshly baked cake as well.
She's so cute. Ah, it's you. I knew it. Susato-san recognizes her too. Oh, do we see Gina again?
Loving this so much.
Oh, there you are. And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
Why is the girl who turned up at the end of Mr. McGilda's trial in the defendant's antechamber?
I've never met a lawyer from the Far East before. Who are you? Having to get straight to work when you've only just arrived in London.
Oh, yes, it was challenging.
Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know?
For some reason, I also want to see Cam voice this girl.
Oh gosh.
I'm sure Axel will be thankful for Cam to take the role.
No.
How much are you struggling right now to maintain the high voice?
It's fucking difficult.
Voice difference.
Bro, half the time I'm scared that I suddenly crack out and just have no voice anymore.
The voices are
Just
good
tone
so
it
far.
down if
I'm
it
so
gets
thankful.
uncomfy. Thank you. Is tea supposed to look that color? Oh, what color is it? Oh my! What a fragrant yet mellow flavor.
Hooray! It's a winner! I tried blending different leaves designed to alleviate fatigue, you see?
Oh,
You must be exhausted after your long voyage here, and you have another ticklish trial tomorrow. Oh, and you're to defend a Japanese man. I do wish you lots and lots of luck.
did Mr. Sholmes tell you about us by any chance?
Oh, You know Hurley, do you?
Hurley? Hurley? Mr. Sholmes? To you, surely. Mr. Sholmes was a fellow passenger on a boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see.
Was he really? Well, I had no idea. I'm afraid Hurley's out on an errand again today, even though he's just returned from overseas.
Wait a minute. We met this girl for the first time ever yesterday after the trial, and only briefly at that. How on earth does she know so much about us? Did she deduce all those things, do you think? And perhaps more to the point, why is she here in Mr. Sholmes' suite?
Oh, silly me. I haven't introduced myself, have I?
What's your name?
It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson.
Aww,
I live here together with Hurley.
she's cute. Iris, is it? What a lovely name. What? What's the matter? No, wait, this can't be. Did you say your name is Wilson? What's the matter with Susato-san? Why is she so flustered all of the sudden?
Yes, that's right. And what are your names?
Oh, I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a lawyer from Japan. oh, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba. It's wonderful to meet you.
Lovely. Susie and Bruno, got it.
Aw, Susie and Juno. Susie? And Luno?
She ain't dealing with all these foreigner names. She's a Brit. Come on now.
Nicknames, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
There's more to this girl than meets the eye. I have so many questions for her. I don't know where to start. Yes, and so do I. Oh my, okay.
Axel, I hope you're prepared.
Axel, yeah, you ready?
Dialogue.
Come on, it takes one.
You gotta suffer.
I need to drink.
Go drink all you need. I'm downing. Oh yeah, I've already finished my third cup of tea already.
Oh, I've had
Very
my
nice.
second night. I've been in and out of that bathroom. Oh my god, it's going right through me.
Alright.
I have
Alright.
a little bit in my bottle.
Let's go.
Sweating.
The nerves is gonna be judged by Capcom. They're gonna make this an optional thing in the settings for the actual game, you know, Axel. Make,
Oh,
you know,
yes, please.
mhm.
God,
And make it good. Make it good.
Oh, God.
Wait, give me 1 second. I need a new tea.
Ooh, good idea.
There we go. Okay. It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey.
Yes, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you so much.
Oh no, not at all. I'm so sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming. Though at the time, we did have a rather large gun pointed at us.
Like this?
Oh. Ah, thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you? Oh yeah, that awkward witness, Gina Lestrade.
She's tied up in the back room.
What?
Oh, Ginny? Yes, she's a professional pickpocket.
So we found out.
It was very naughty of her to pinch my invention like that.
Are you referring to that trial-disrupting gun-like contraption?
Exactly. So I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruct mechanism in my inventions.
This girl.
Oh my god!
This girl is dangerous. So dangerous.
Anyway, I brought Ginny back here after that. So she could apologize to my trusty technician.
Sorry, your technician?
Early, of course, silly.
I feel like this girl is a real genius, the real detective.
I mean, apparently, Sherlock Holmes is a mechanic?
He is a mechanic, he's a show-off.
He's a bit of everything.
Yeah,
You name it,
trades.
Holmes will just do it.
A criminal.
He's just that good.
Well, I don't know about that one.
He's just that good.
I mean,
Exemplary performance
he is a
in all
criminal.
fields.
He is, right?
I mean, yeah.
He's
Technically.
addicted to heroin.
Oh no!
Did you not know that?
No!
Hey, we don't criminalize
Oh.
addicts here.
Wait,
come on
what?
now.
Sherlock Holmes is addicted to heroin.
Oh.
Was he like that in the books?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know, I never read the
It's
book.
no surprise that this man took drugs.
Oh no!
And
Damn.
Sure.
Smarties to be the smarty.
Sherlock Holmes himself is or at least thought to be a extroverted, autistic person with a very high capability in deducing things. But because of that, it also means that he overthinks a lot of things, including about his own life, and therefore is depressed,
Mm.
Oh my god,
So-
he's the OG
Oh,
Hollywood
no.
autistic.
essentially.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No.
God, we
Well,
Brits have
that
our
or
finger in
Shakespeare.
everything, don't we? I mean, Shakespeare, also a Brit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if that or Shakespeare, you can take your coin toss on which one do you want to peg as the first.
Either way, I guess, you know what, I'm just gonna say it's cultural appropriation that you guys took that and put it in Hollywood, you know? Like making, not understanding disabled people, that's British culture, okay? I'm
Oh.
claiming that now.
Ooh.
Oh.
You
Oh
know,
my.
We'll let you have that one.
You take the guns, we'll take not understanding people.
That's a fair trade. You know what? Accepted.
Oh my goodness. Hurley?
Yes, Sherlock Holmes. We live here together.
I had no idea the great detective had such an interesting young daughter.
Daughter? Not likely.
What?
I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I?
Fair. Well then, what is your relationship with Mr. Sholmes?
Well, I expected you found out that lodgings of any in London are very expensive. So the solution is to share the cost with a partner, your roommate.
Your roommates? Girl, how old are you? I hope
Check.
you.
She's
Oh, true.
canonically
Wait,
dead.
is she in here now? People.
Yeah.
Yeah. She.
Yeah.
Really? I have to vote the 10-year-old for fuck.
Yeah,
Hey, that's
we
one
should
for the
go
swear
vote.
jar. We have one for the swear jar.
Oh,
Axel's are technically on 3 counts of swear jar, but who's keeping track?
well.
Wait, really?
Yes.
When were the other times?
For Axel's defense, I will not go any further. I plead the 5th.
Okay.
Like I
That
said,
means
I
Goldie
don't
gladly takes
do
the
it.
other 2 swear jar points. Roger that.
No, boy.
I said fiddle faddle and gimble gamble, alright?
Oh, yeah, that's 2 points.
Throw that
How
on the
how
die
how
roll,
dare
Square,
you
what have
say that?
How dare I? How dare I try to be a Luigi cop? Yeah, see?
Wait, what do I... How do I... pay the swear jar? Because I don't
We
know how to
should
pay
think
on
about that. For example, for Cam, if he gets 5 swear points, he has to drink water.
That doesn't sound so bad.
I feel like
I'm
you
already
should
losing
drink
my
every
voice.
That's
swear.
actually fairly tame.
Well, I can make it more uneasy. Just give me no sleep for 1 day, and you guys will love it.
That's very likely to happen soon.
Oh no, I'm worried.
We'll
Anyway.
do a game right
Like
now.
tonight.
Nah, I'm gonna
We're
pass
doing
out.
the entire playthrough today, right now.
Alright, thank you guys everyone for watching. This was a lovely stream. See you guys next time. Bye bye!
Fair enough. fair
You guys are no position of power. I am.
Axel would be happy if you ended. These are the voice
Yeah,
actors.
No.
He
Do
died.
you know how bad that is for my voice?
It's
I say
amazing
it's
though.
not bad enough. Keep voicing it. I know you could go higher.
I don't know if I can. I probably lose all of my voice that I ever had.
I know
take
if
a
you
brief
say it
that-
questioningly, you will get it
Listen.
higher.
Just take a deep breath.
always
go Clench. higher.
It's
Oh my god, that is extremely high.
Oh my god, she's a hamster.
Who are you calling a hamster?
Minus
The
the
thing
cutting
is-
out.
I really don't think my voice can get higher without cutting out.
That's
I
fair.
can try, but if I cut out, then that's your fault.
Worth it.
Worth it. Yeah, I'm expecting to only hear like a high frequency note at the end of this.
It's so high, only dogs can hear it.
It just said,
Voice acting for dogs?
alright. I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? Oh, why did I even check?
At least this year.
Oh, that's high.
Yeah.
Well, what of your mother and father?
No, they're not around.
Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is there. That sounds like another trial case. Oh, yes, there's something I must ask you.
Of course. Go ahead, Susie.
I am a very great fan of the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes and...
Your friends magazine.
Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship.
Oh, this is so exciting. The stories are being read on the other side of the world.
Oh, she's the writer? Oh, right! Wilson, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember now. My stories?
You mean Watson? Her,
Wait, right, huh?
in the actual story, it was Watson, not Wilson.
Yeah, but her name is Wilson.
Yeah. I meant in the original
Yes.
ones because Watson is the writer.
I'm dying.
You could probably bring it back down a couple decibels there, Axel. Don't worry about it. You tried your best.
Alright.
Oh, hi, Gross! Welcome on
That's
in!
right.
How are you
He
doing?
is always solving such amazing cases, you see? And he tells me all about them.
Amazing. Oh,
They really are quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them, don't you think?
goodness.
Last night, he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from a faraway land.
Ah, he solved, huh?
So I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for the next issue before you came.
So you are the author.
Yes, I'll let you in on a secret if you like. I'm going to call this latest adventure the Spectred Band.
Isn't that? I feel like I heard that title before. The Speckled Band? That's certainly very familiar. Oh, okay. Where did that also occur?
Of course, I always change one or two details in the stories, here and there. This time, I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble.
Oh my. Oh, that would be Mr. Sholm's first thought as well, actually.
Yes, and of course I know that a snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of the case exactly, but it's a story. Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think. Don't you?
Ah, that means not all the stories are exactly truthful.
Susato's life is a lie.
It's a lie. So, you mean to say, are the stories about Mr. Sholmes that are published in Rand's magazine?
All written by me? Yes. On my wonderful and very modern typewriter.
But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson. Susato's...
Yep.
Susato-san's getting more and more worked up.
Oh yes, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson.
But what about the doctor of medicine part? Oh?
That's all true too.
Eh?
I am a doctor of medicine.
Oh no. No, at 10 years old?
At 10 years old.
Oh no. She's every Asian kid's nightmare and every Asian parent's dream kid. Uh-oh.
With 15 years of experience at the age of 10, she's
Yeah.
so good.
So good. Well, that's quite incredible. But
Why is she about to cry?
her life is a lie. That's why.
Imagine your idol just, coming out as a 10-year-old child. Like, I would, you just devastating out there.
I wouldn't really be devastated. I'd be confused. Just like, really confused.
I feel like Naruho, though, is the confused one in this situation. And Susato is just like, oh my god, my dreams.
Yeah. And also, Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. She's going through it.
Ah, yes. I did alter the setting slightly for the stories to be more compelling.
Oh.
Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in town?
That's true. I suppose it does. Yes. Poor Susato-san. She looks like her whole world has just fallen apart.
Wait a minute. How long has she been writing these? Because Susato's a huge fan, and
Wait,
Iris is 10 now.
Yes.
wait, that's a fair point.
And these have been
Yes.
going by boat to Japan.
Which takes a
Yes.
month, as far as we know.
What?
When?
She's been doing
Every-
this since she was
Wait.
like 6.
Wait, and has she been like a doctor of medicine at that point too?
How long
Yes.
has she been roommates with Sherlock?
Yes.
At 5 was just like, I'm moving out.
Sherlock just saw a toddler on the streets and went like, yep, that's my new roommate.
Scooped him up.
Yeah.
Oh
You're
no.
mine now.
Oh,
Not
that,
having a
she's the
child
one
as a
that-
roommate. Hands
she's
him
the
a
one
lot
that's-
of money.
She's the one that's
Come on.
that is owning Herlock, not the other way around. You gotta know.
She's the
The
true
6-year-old
one.
probably owning N around, I don't know, is he mid-20s or what?
Wait,
He
is he
not-
in
he looks
yet?
young, but he looks like an adult.
Yeah,
I do not remember, actually. Well, we'll see when we get him.
yeah.
I do love the idea of a
True.
5-year-old Iris just saying, "I've claimed Herlock Jones," grabbing onto his calf and just holding him all the way to his house.
I
And
could
then like one of the
actually
best
see that.
novellia in like the history of novellia, basically, in a magazine. Yeah.
I'm just walking through his mind.
Oh, your deduction just now. About before.
Yes? Yes? What's in your mind, Bruno? Do tell me.
How did you know that I was a lawyer and were just arrived in London, I mean? Yes. Oh, and that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know all that?
That's what you mean?
Please, tell us how you did it. Explain every detail.
Of course. I'd be delighted. Although, there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin.
Oh,
Iris Wilson is proud to present
oh,
her logic and reasoning spectacular.
oh my.
Oh, I'm gonna love
Not
this.
another one.
I am dying.
Here we go.
X.
Here we go.
First of all, I knew already that you were a lawyer, Bruno.
Wait, who did that just now?
Who did what?
The here we go.
I did.
You did. Oh wow.
Here we go.
Wait, that sounds so good. The heck? For 1 second, I thought it was a soundboard. Okay.
After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's attention. I don't fucking know what that is.
That's another one.
Okay, thank you.
I am dying. Help me.
Excellent.
You're
Can you
doing
do me a
great.
favor? Can you give me a?
A what?
Oh,
Huh?
There you go.
Trying to do the Mickey voice.
Oh,
It's a
thank
Mickey.
you so much.
Naruto-san, you have to find Kingdom Hearts.
Oh boy. Here we go.
oh, fucking hell.
That's another one.
Oh no!
Just keep it going, buddy. Just keep the counter.
Oh, don't mind me, Axel. You're doing great.
It's second nature. I can't stop it.
No swearing on my stream.
It's a no-no.
I don't even know what you're gonna make me do, and I'm scared.
You better
I
be.
hope you have a good amount of evidence there, Naruto, though.
Okay, but you also said that we had only just arrived in London. How did you know that?
I observed the passport and travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket.
Oh,
So I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that,
the vampire.
you accepted a case against a particular prosecutor, telling me you were unaware of London's court affairs.
The Reaper of the Bailey? I walked right into that one, didn't I?
Then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand.
Wait, since when has that been there?
You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with a suspect, weren't you? Earlier today?
Oh. Oh,
They use those stamps to keep a close eye on comings and goings, you see?
I didn't realize.
And a red stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates.
Interesting.
So, that told me that even though you had only yesterday concluded the trials of Magnus McGilded, the two of you had already had cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison.
Oh, she's smart.
However, neither of you was wearing a particularly sad expression on your face. So I concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case.
I see. But how could you have known that the trial is tomorrow?
Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It obviously amused him. He told me that he'd caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling.
A Japanese man? Well, clearly that must have been... Mr. Natsume?
Now, Runo has that fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both come from Japan yourselves. So I put two and two together and decided you must be defending a Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead to me. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case.
This girl's too smart.
There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley is always stabbing his notes with a knife, you know? He is silly.
What?
And that's all there was to it, really.
The man has a habit of stabbing. I don't know if that's gonna end well for him.
Well done, Axel, for getting through all of that.
Woohoo! Woo! Good job, Axel!
Bingo was his name-o.
You're almost done, I hope.
I think that's dependent on you.
Oh, that's true. We can just go through all the text again.
What?
Whip out the log. So I didn't quite catch that, Axel. Could you?
Do you mind repeating
Turns
that
out
real
the stream
quick?
had a hiccup and stuff like that, so we just
You
gotta
cut
do
out.
this.
You might. I might cut out just now.
I'm dying.
Go drink something.
Oh my.
Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions.
Woohoo! Well, was it a... No, wait, that's not me.
Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct?
They were spot on. That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction. You even managed the certain something of Mr. Sholm's delivery.
Oh, well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that.
This is really very good news. You can tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris? Please. Oh, well, no break for you, X.
I just want you to know every time I mute myself, it's when I'm coughing my lungs
Oh
out.
no!
Oh no!
Worth every cough.
Of course.
If it really gets uncomfy, like, you don't have to force it on yourself, okay? Just
pick someone
chill.
else,
No
yeah.
worries,
Yeah.
no worries.
Just pass the ball.
I'll get through it.
So, yesterday, Mr. Shows apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying?
Yes. Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage. But the police were waiting for him at their railway station to take him directly to the crime scene.
Ah, the great detective is a popular man, it seems.
Apparently, a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man running away from the scene.
A short, shifty-looking, stooped man. Mr. Natsume, beyond any doubt. Suseki-san said that he didn't see anybody else on the street at all. But it seems they're witnesses after all.
He used his great deductive powers to determine the man's address. It was a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police, and what did they find? A short, shifty-looking, stooped man shivering in fear.
Mr. Showman's great deduction certainly hit the mark that time. Of course it did. He's a great detective. Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it? Definitely, but we have no time to investigate properly.
He says that London is rife with crime.
Oh, that's not good. Oh.
Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently.
Oh dear, I hadn't realized the situation was so dire.
That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person.
That's terrible. I suppose it's a harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system. I suppose it is. But in that case, I don't hold out much hope for Suseki-san. Welp. Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative.
Oh, you're most welcome. I've had so much fun.
No, I didn't.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As you guessed, we'd like to ask him some questions about this case as well.
Oh, well. I expect Hurley is still investigating the scene.
Of the case involving Mr. Natsume, you mean?
Yes, Mr. Nuts. Oh, May. Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings. If you leave me now, you'll probably catch him there.
Iris, do you know where those lodgings are?
Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there?
Yes, we know Inspector Gregson.
Oh, goody. In that case, give Grexy this for me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know.
What is it? A 5-shilling piece and a postcard, it seems. Alright. Interesting. It reads, "Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that that won't be a problem." Gosh, this will make the inspector help us, will it? Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try.
Good luck then. I'm going to return to writing my manuscript, The Speckled Band. And I'll be making more special blends of tea, so come back again soon.
We'll be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, it's back to the scene of the crime.
I get a break. Yes.
You did it! Good job!
Holy. Oh my.
You gotta go get some tea after that.
Mm.
Excel's gonna not talk for the next like day and a half just to rekindle any vocal cords he lost during that.
Yes, probably.
Oh.
His throat's in a cast.
Oh my god.
So somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the men of Scotland Yard at all. We headed back to the scene with Ira's curious note and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand. Way, and we did it!
To be continued.
Yeah! Yes, safe, please. Free me. Oh gosh, investigation part 2. Are we just talking to Sholmes in the future?
I have something to look forward to.
Oh no, something's gonna happen, isn't it? Okay. I'll be honest, my voice is dying too.
That is very fair.
I am so proud of all of you. You all did so well today.
Yeah, everyone did wonderful. Thank you guys so much.
I got the best observer seat.
Wait, Shaki, did you particularly voice anyone yet?
Nope.
You didn't have a full character, but you had McGilded and
Yeah. And there was
Just,
someone
no,
else.
that was just it.
McGill.
I
did.
just
I
did
mean,
McGill
that is-
for 2 lines.
Well,
That is
next time.
something.
Yeah, well, next time the rules will switch and you will get the forefront of things.
Oh,
Although,
Yeah.
Exel, I may ask you about a certain casting if you would like to change that.
Which casting?
I'll ping you later. Don't worry.
The
Okay.
one you have?
What? I mean, I have 4 in total.
Oh my. I mean, we can just
The
switch
one
it
that's
around,
relevant,
honestly.
I imagine.
Von Zeeks?
Thinking Iris.
Yeah, but that's like
Oh,
probably
that one.
easier for you because you know you can just be gruff.
Yeah, I can deal with Von Zeeks. And
You know,
the other one I
this is-
should also be possible, because, I mean, it also fits into my voice, I'd say.
Fair.
This is
Wasn't that
pretty
Volga?
much
I didn't-
um,
Hold on, that one isn't the one that I got.
See,
got-
this is what I wanted to make sure.
Goldie, I got the other one.
Well, I don't know which one.
I've always thought that Von Zeeks, and like this is speculation only, but that Von Zeeks is like somehow related to Edgeworth. Clearly, is Von
They
Zeeks a
are.
vampire?
He looks like a vampire. He's
He
very
looks-
clearly based on Dracula.
Yeah,
He seems
probably.
like-
I mean, it's so obvious that he's looks like a vampire.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
probably just to make him look extremely good.
Ah, no, I
because
just want to go
vampires
to the
are
title
usually
screen.
portrayed
No!
To be very
Oh,
Let me
what the-
leave!
handsome and
Okay.
such.
No, that's okay. You
Oh,
can just hit. No, you hit autoplay.
No! Stop! How do I?
Uh-oh.
Stop! Stop
Pause.
playing!
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. All right. Woo. Woo-wee. You can.
Wait,
You
I
don't have to hit save. Yeah.
I
Doesn't
already
matter.
saved.
Yeah. You're fine. All right.
Panic.
You made it back to the menu.
I made it back.
Oh,
Oh, that
Okay,
was
chat,
wild.
Join us in 8 hours and we'll be right back.
What?
Continuing the game.
Wait,
You're only
what?
giving me 8 hours.
You got 8 hours, let's go. Jump
Oh,
shot.
damn.
Get this game done.
Just
what?
chug a bunch of honey, Axel.
I don't have money.
No. Well,
I-
also don't actually do that.
I have done that before, actually.
Why?
I've also spooned out an entire package of Nutella before.
Okay, that's
Also
fair
that
though.
one.
Classic.
That's honestly fair. I think everyone does that one time in their life.
think
I mean,
we've all done that.
I was already like, I don't know, 14 years old so I don't know how
It doesn't
normal
matter.
that is.
The age doesn't matter. Age is just a number when it comes to Nutella. It's just a warm
Oh,
hug
the
no matter how old
background
or young you are.
changed.
That is fair.
We all grab a big one day and go right for that Nutella jar.
That
Exactly.
wasn't
It
one
hap-
spoon.
I also did the
Yeah.
same with like cookie butter once.
I thought you
Oh,
were gonna say
yes.
Oh, that is also good, yeah.
What is cookie
Oh
butter?
yes.
It's essentially Nutella, but instead of being made of hazelnuts, it's made of cookies.
Oh.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
what's that one type of cookies called that is usually in at Christmas?
Gingerbread cookies?
No. I need to translate it.
Christmas?
I know it.
Mhm.
I know
What
it
is
in
it?
German, but I don't know it in English right now.
Christmas specific biscuit.
I don't know if it's directly Christmas specific, but I generally only ate it on Christmas.
Speculatius?
Yeah, that one.
Uh,
Speculatius. I don't know what's in English though.
You can put me on the green cushion now. I see you trying. It's
yeah,
like the green
I
cushion,
was
the closest you're
thinking
gonna get.
you don't really fit
I know.
cause you're edgy.
Yeah. Maybe we will go with the bucket
Oh.
next time. It's much easier to place me when I'm in the bucket.
I'm just gonna hang
Apparently
you from the ceiling.
In English, it's apparently also speculation.
I think it's called Speculatius. Yeah, it's like a German thing. So it's just straight up German. There, you know what? Yeah.
I'm
standing on the
everywhere.
couch.
We're just
it's fine,
vibing.
Green cushion. I'll be in a bucket next time. It'll be much easier to put me wherever you want to put me.
Yes.
I'm being a little gremlin.
Yeah.
Nem, can you flip my image so that?
Yeah, I was just thinking. I feel like I should flip you, honestly.
One thing that's confusing me is that my character seems to always be lit up, even though.
Yeah, that's because
Oh, that's
Discord. Go for it.
Oh, wait. I don't think it's because of Discord. It's because of the pictures you added into Fugi.
It might be the
Oh, did
settings
you
of
not-
Fugi, yeah.
Oh, that's a setting. We can fix that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, either way, it doesn't bother me, but as long as it doesn't bother you.
Jinx is just glowing.
Doesn't
Yeah.
Jinx have to do that on their own end?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Like you need to change the first picture when you don't talk. How to say it? Like to a darker shade in general.
Lower the
There
brightness.
is-
by,
there's a-
like,
Yeah, yeah,
30
yeah.
Yeah, there is a
Oh, I mean-
checkbox to dim others inactive in.
There's a check.
Yeah.
There's a
I-
box in Fugi to
I
do it.
manually.
I mean,
I
I
manually did mine
Tempted.
too.
guess it doesn't really matter because,
It
like,
doesn't matter.
my picture does have a open mouth
Yeah, exactly.
version, so
Yeah.
Oh yeah. it's
True,
smart.
yeah.
When you speak, we
That
see.
is actually smart. Well, mine couldn't do that, so.
Mom?
I mean, I
Wow.
commissioned this one, so
I made mine in an hour.
Let's go.
Fair.
The one I get to the bucket one, that was Nem creating it for me. So when we do that next time, that'll
bucket
be a great
boy.
time. I could change it right now, actually, but we'll save that for now. We'll save the buckets for next time surprise.
Yeah.
I feel like prosecutor Nem outfit, you know, or like defense lawyer. Nem.
I do,
Mm,
yeah.
Nem
I do
in a
like that
suit.
idea.
That would be pretty cool.
Wait, let me check.
I would love
I
to see
think-
Nem.
I
with
know
Phoebe's white hair.
Let me check. I think only school uniform exists in the program.
Well, time to get on Blender. You know.
I'm too stupid
I'm
for that.
gonna
3D model your own suit.
Oh, hi Katagami! Yes,
Sure,
it's a
not
late
that
stream,
hard.
but we
My
finished a
goal
story
with
part.
being a part of this
Now
voice
we're
chat
just
is to find
vibing.
Some character that I
'Cause
can
my
throw the
voice
Toad-
is
the
dying.
Toad Seiko voice into.
Nim, attorney at law.
Yeah, that's right, everybody.
Oh, I don't even.
When it comes to Toad, all I can think of is the really high pitched, like scream almost, where it's just.
You cut out.
Oh,
Yeah, my microphone does not like anything high pitched.
Valid.
Well, I guess I'm
you just
lucky with
gotta
a
get
mine
right
then.
up there.
Great accent.
You don't like high voices?
Yeah.
Amazing.
My voice is not gonna thank me for it, but I tried.
As I said, you just don't have to talk for the next day and a half to rekindle your vocal cords.
Yep,
Yeah, the only thing is that I talk to myself sometimes.
That's fine.
But
You don't need to yell at yourself.
For that. Yeah.
That is true. I can just growl in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Growl in front of me, talk to myself.
Just realized I don't have my editing program for my model on my PC.
What? Wow.
I was pretty certain I had it. But apparently I've only done it on my laptop?
Did
Really?
you make adjustments to your model after you got your PC?
I
I'm gonna
think
lean a little...
so.
Did you? Because this outfit came before the PC, didn't it?
It did! Yeah, I never used it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have so many poses. I was wondering. I need to do a Photoshop with my model soon.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that would explain it.
Yeah, that would explain it. Yeah, no, it's not here.
Unfortunate. That's okay. We get to listen to the amazing music of this game.
I know, it's so good. Hold on, can I?
It's top tier.
Special content, I hope I don't get spoiled.
Be careful.
We're going into dangerous territory.
just be careful.
I try. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes. You guys can tell me if I should open them. Can I open them?
Yes.
Okay.
Here you can. It's just when you go inside something, it depends on what you want to see, right? So auditoriums where all the music is, and you
There are
technically can go in there.
extra episodes. Oh my goodness.
Those are really cool. But yeah, so like after, so the escapades, they have something that takes place after each individual case in this game.
Oh
and they have
my.
a couple of like fancy ones too. Like they have one where it's like Phoenix and Naruto, they're talking to each other, kind of like as a promo for the game and stuff like that.
Ayo.
Those are really cool. They can be kind of long, but they're also kind of better saved after the game.
Okay.
Whatnot. Galleries. You know, that's
Gallery,
yeah,
I think.
that's-
Yeah, that's
yeah,
when I first
wanna-
saw Iris actually.
Yeah. Taylor, there's alternative outfits. It tells you once you actually go into it, but the actual alternative outfits do not matter until you're in the second game, for some reason.
Oh, I think I know. Yeah. Huh. Back to the epic music. Back to our couches, everyone.
And for the astute out there, yes, Natsume Soseki is based off of the real Natsume Soseki.
What?
I was definitely astute. Knew that.
Oh,
I know who that guy is. It's a person who writes, presumably.
Yes, he is a famous writer from Japan who did actually go to London to study and then came back and wrote a lot of things.
Yeah.
I am blanking so hard on some of his more famous works and stuff like that. But if you look up Soseki, you'll see a lot of his works and stuff like that. You might even heard a couple of his quotes in other games and stuff like that.
Interesting.
No, I'm so familiar with that stuff. I'm big old super fan.
Well, hey, now you know. Nuggets of knowledge from Gold, I guess. If Rio was still here, I'm sure he could name drop a couple of things too. I think he knows about it too.
Oh, Kokoro is a well-known one.
Yeah. I think.
Late Roman, Japanese writer, Natsume Soseki.
What's up?
Ah, that's why I can't post stories on Twitch. Only affiliates and partners.
Really? That's blocked behind affiliate?
Yeah, apparently.
Why?
Yeah, it said partners and affiliates who have streamed the past 30 days can use a new function of the Twitch mobile app in the next few weeks to test out stories and post them.
So I couldn't either, because I haven't streamed in the past 30 days, or
Even I
even
can
in
do
the
it.
last 5 months.
That's interesting. I didn't know they would put that behind affiliate, but alright, whatever.
I mean, it makes sense if they want to, you know, their own platform to grow.
That's true.
That's like a Twitch move to do.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Nem, just hit the button. We'll become affiliate, and then you'll be good to go, right?
I know, the button has been smiling at me for over a year now, I believe.
I mean, you will have channel point rewards as well then. It's pretty handy.
I
There's, as far as I
know.
know, no downsides.
But
That's
there
not how it
are.
Use the way you say that.
There are taxes, Exo.
There's taxes for one. There's also ads
I
that's
haven't
going to be
paid.
placed on stream.
Don't say that. Don't be like
I mean, you can put them extremely low. You can also turn off roll-up ads.
You cannot turn off ads entirely, though.
Not
and
completely, no, but you can make them extremely short and extremely few apart.
Hi Sakma,
like,
welcome
best-
on
the
in.
best
How
way
are
to
you
do it
doing?
is to run a 3-minute ad break at the very beginning of stream, so it holds it off for an hour, and then have a break every hour or so to try and run 3 more minutes to get an hour away.
That's already too much brain work for me.
I just kept them as low as possible because usually I'm reading dialogue and don't have enough time to like look over and be like, oh crap, let me pause the ad. Or like skip it or something like that.
Wait, you can skip it manually?
You can like pause it, like you can kind of like push it off.
Yeah, you can push it off for about 2 or 3 minutes at a time.
Ah.
You can't be like, I said skip on accident, but it's more like pushing it off.
No, fair
like you
enough.
can't completely avoid it.
That is that.
Well. You guys don't get ads from my streams,
That's true.
No matter the circumstance.
Oh, hey, Sockman.
Hello.
You're doing well, happy to hear that.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, I think it's decent to have Twitch affiliate. Like, I'm not making enough money to actually affect me with the taxes, so.
Yeah, I only got
No
one
kidding.
payout and it was like $20 at best.
I got, I think, $90 right now currently sitting on Twitch, primarily thanks to Ichi bombing me with like 30 subs during my subathon.
Wait.
Hell yeah.
Although they changed the payout from 100 to 50, so you might
Yeah.
get a handy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be getting that soon, but still.
Yeah, it's still not that high though.
I'm trying to spice stream up with various things. Like with the Streamlabs knife points, but they are not working properly either. And
I
mobile
would-
users don't get them.
I
we
would
get
think
them.
No, you don't. The extension does not exist for mobile.
For mobile, yeah.
I would suggest going for it, Nim. I mean, yes, there you have taxes for it and all, but it's not really that much.
I
All
shall
depends.
think about it.
I know.
I have been thinking about it for a year now.
I guess the issue is once you hit that button, you can't go back.
Yeah, that
can.
is my.
You can.
You
You can?
you
Every
can.
contract can be.
Yeah. No, you submit a request to
Support.
take away your affiliate.
Huh.
But there comes a couple of things with that where like you can't reapply for a certain amount of time, blah blah blah. and You
Yeah.
gotta have you gotta like kind of tell them why you were getting rid of it. But yeah, you can get rid of it.
Huh.
They
But that
can
also
bind you
sounds like a
forever.
hassle.
It is. It's a little bit more hassle than it's worth.
Probably not as bad as our bureaucracy here in Germany though, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I just realized if I were to do that, nobody could ever redeem Sing ever again.
Okay,
It is
everyone
true.
go to Shaky's chat right
I
now. I'm
am-
pinging everyone in your server. Redeem
I am out
Sing
of
now.
points at the moment. I
is
spent
true.
my last 20.
We got
I had to make sure with my company that it was okay that I got money from Twitch when I first got a payout, because they
Yeah,
have a whole
yeah.
thing about secondary income,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, uh-oh, I didn't expect to be here, but thankfully it all worked out okay. No one got in trouble.
Yep, that's also a thing.
They were a little confused at first, but they were like, oh, okay, it's whatever.
Hmm.
That's good, that's
explain
good.
to my boss that I do Twitch streaming.
Oh, trust me, that was just as awkward of a conversation as you would expect it to be.
Yeah, it feels like it
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah, it was probably more awkward than telling my parents.
Oh, I can imagine,
Did you
yeah.
have to show them which one was yours?
Oh,
What? Like my
Your
my management
channel?
stuff?
Like show them which like your username.
Oh, no. I just had to explain to him what it is, like why I got the money and like how I got the money. And they just wanted to make sure that like I'm not holding a second job or conflicting of interest
Ah.
with certain things. Yeah, I work at a place that has a lot of weird rules like that. So they were just like, once they saw that, first of all, it was during the first payout when it was still 100, so it was like $90 that I got. So they were like, oh, that's not a marginally significant amount. And I was like, well, it is significant to me, but I mean, fine, whatever, if you say so. But they didn't really care about that. But then they saw, this is more relevant to people in America than it is, I guess, for you guys, maybe. But on the tax form, they considered it royalties instead of actual income. And so for that, they were like, okay, it's whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah, and usually when it comes to taxes in America, you don't really have to like even file taxes on anything less than like I think $500.
Yeah, and that's a whole ball game and a half. I wasn't even concerned about that. I was more concerned about my company being like, hey, yo, what's this other job you're doing?
Yeah, I think, how to say it, in Germany there's also some budget that you can get tax free, but the problem is you do need to tell them that you're earning that nonetheless.
Right.
And I think last year they also changed the law in Germany for income you make online, and it sounded very complicated.
Of course it's complicated. German
What is it?
bureaucracy is
What
only
isn't
complicated.
complicated here?
How it is, isn't it?
Yeah, the one thing that is truly awful here, bureaucracy
Yep.
everywhere, and it's just getting worse.
It's great. It's just like you cannot die if you don't have a birth certificate.
Legally, you're not.
You're
allowed to
legally-
die.
Oh, you're just immortal. Awesome. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, basically.
It's amazing.
I see no. Where's the downside there?
Well, yeah, but most people have a birth certificate.
I imagine, yeah.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a pain if you lose it.
Yeah.
The UK seems super chill compared to like what you guys complain about. Like, if I make money through this, unless I'm making over £1,000 per year, then it's not taxed. And then all taxes are done automatically. Every bank is the person who manages it.
Huh.
So taxes are just taken out of your income automatically. We don't have to do that. Also, when we go into a shop, we don't have to, like, if we look at an item on a shelf, we see the item included with the tax.
I think that's an American thing where it's not included,
It's just
honestly.
us.
Yeah,
It's just American.
You guys do that.
Why
We
though?
hate it. We hate it just as much as y'all do. Don't worry. We just kind of got used to it in Stockholm syndrome terms, but like we don't like it just as much as anyone else. It'd be so nice to see a thing and just take that.
It's mostly due to the fact that we have like both taxes from our government and then from our local government as well on top of that.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
There's the federal, there's a state, and in some municipalities like my own, the city tax.
Huh?
City tax.
What
Yeah,
the?
my city has its own tax that I have to pay, that I almost got in trouble for last year because
Oh, no.
of reasons.
Oh no.
How can you have so many taxes to pay and yet still have a country that's literally got the most debt out of any country ever?
Because we
we
also
like
have
making money.
Well, not only that, we also have the country that is spending more on our military than the other top 11 combined.
Very true.
That's also
Oh my. Welp, that's what happens.
But what if the Chinese attack? Yeah, it's stupid. I don't know why you guys do that. It's
We don't like it
very
just as
dumb.
much as anyone else. Honestly, though, that local tax that almost got me last year still makes me kind of miffed.
Oh. Yeah,
The
adulting is
neighborhood watch
difficult.
taxing you.
Thankfully, not every place has things like homeowners
local-
association and a community watch bullcrap.
Oh, we want to get into homeowners associations? That could be here
No.
all night.
God.
What?
Oh boy.
Yeah, imagine being told what plant you can't plant in your front yard.
Jinxie, do you just want to have a collab where we just rant about why
So
America's
annoying. I feel like we need like
Oh, not mine.
America Explained stream.
stupid? America explained.
Well, see, I
I
can't
pull out my
remember-
a blackboard stream schedule again, my classroom overlay.
It was in the collab Discord, I think, whenever I was talking about how Imperial system doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Not at all. And we still use it.
I feel
What
like
is
you
a
guys gonna
mile
have to make a
again?
list so you don't forget.
A mile is like
I don't think
5,150
they-
feet.
I don't think they can
Yeah.
forget all
because
those
we have
awful
inches.
things.
We have 12 inches in a foot. Then
And
we
you
have
guys
3
like
feet in a
feet.
yard. And a yard is essentially 1 meter. But
Yeah.
we never really learn how many yards are in a mile because we don't measure things by yards. Instead, we measure things only pretty much in feet, so we learn how many feet are in a mile. And it's for some reason 5,200 something.
5,280.
Why?
That's
I don't
so
know.
silly. I love
That
it
is
so much.
so overcomplicated. Why are you doing this to yourself?
Oh, absolutely.
And then we use ounces for both measuring weight and volume.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you
don't really
guys
get that one
do
either.
that? Oh no.
Like we
Now-
have pounds,
Pain.
right? It's like just say there's 16 ounces in a pound. But then you can also have it in volumetric ounces. It makes no sense.
What?
Yeah, 8 ounces are in a cup, while 16 ounces are in a pound. Although 16 ounces of anything does not necessarily mean it's going to fit in a cup.
Oh, because
True.
you've got fluid ounces, which are different from regular ounces, right?
Mm.
Yes.
Oh,
Fluid ounces is what we talk about when we say volumetric, yeah.
Yeah.
that is so dumb.
And then
Why?
measuring things is so stupid here. Because we use both gallons and liters.
That is
Yes.
that is wild.
Oh my god.
But primarily liters are only used for when you're buying soda.
Huh?
Also true.
Okay, we use
What?
gallon as well, but we'll usually have like also the liters on the side for how much is. in
Yeah,
each
yeah. I
cup.
mean, we have that too. But like when you talk about a normal conversation, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go get me a 2-liter soda. I'm gonna get a 1-liter bottle of water, that sort of stuff. Or you could go for the gallon.
Oh.
And then
Okay.
trying to explain gallons. Oh my god, it's so stupid. Because 8 ounces are in a cup, 2 cups are in a quart,
Oh, wait,
4 quarts are in a pint, and then 2
I thought it
pints.
was.
Or is it? No, it's
I
2
thought it was
quarts are in a pint, and then 4 pints are in a gallon.
I thought it was pint quart. It was cup, pint, quart, gallon.
Hang on, I'm gonna have to pull it up.
I actually know a
It's-
little bit about this because the American pint is different from the UK pint. You guys have a
Yes.
smaller pint than us.
Yes.
Like why? Why would
What?
you get less?
And then there's
liquid when
also
you're
the pint glass, which is like I think a combined like 10-ish fluid ounces, depending on the
Alright.
glass. It's like at the brim, it's like 12 fluid ounces for a
Oh,
pint glass.
but you know
It's-
something that confuses me the most about recipes from like American sites is cups. Cups are
Yes,
the
cups.
most confusing measurement, I feel like. Because
Yeah,
a cup
they
can
are.
be
Alright, so
anything.
it's- It's 2 cups in a
Fine.
2 cups in a pint,
Oh
2
my
pints in a quart,
Oh
and
no.
4 quarts in a gallon.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is dumb.
And then, thankfully, we got rid of a whole system that we used to use here in America, which were things like smidge and things like
Huh?
that.
Oh, a
Smidge
of
is
something.
still just kind of used, but like
No,
it doesn't
but
actually
it's-
mean anything.
Isn't
Yeah,
Switch
it
just
doesn't
a
mean anything
little
anymore,
bit?
but it used to mean something.
It did.
Oh,
Oh no.
yeah, I
Just a
only
You
smidge.
poor
I,
people.
yeah, I only know that one, as in just a little bit, just a smidge.
Yeah, it's just a smidge.
The
Oh,
same.
it was an actual measurement.
No, it did. It used to mean. Yeah, Jinx is right. It used to mean something.
Oh no.
Ugh.
I can't
What is
expect
America,
cucumber
man?
to be
What
wild
is
to become-
America?
Confusing.
Yeah,
I
for
think-
one.
I think my favorite thing to say to people who use the metric system is that we and don't spoil this for them right away because I want to hear their reactions when I say it. We both use a ton in weight. A metric ton is 1,000 kilos, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An American or an imperial ton is 902 kilos.
Huh?
What?
Uh-huh.
Or 2,000 pounds.
Huh?
Oh. it's 'cause
Why?
It's convenient for pounds.
Oh,
That's why.
Oh no. How
They
They
dare
couldn't have it be
you?
2,103 pounds.
Of
No.
course not.
Why? Just use metric, please.
You guys are the only ones who
Oh.
are using it.
The only thing that I will stand firm on is I personally, like, I know it is clean to say it this way, but from a general temperature perspective, Fahrenheit is quite nice because you have more room for, like, expression. Basically, like, you can tell the difference between 60s, 70s, and 80s. Like, there is very clear buckets there.
Yeah, but then you
kinda start to
have
lose in Celsius.
I think it's just fit for purpose, right? Like Fahrenheit, you can see it on a scale from 0 to 10, where it's like 5 is like comfortable temperature, right? Like 5 is like, you know, if it's 50, then it's bang in the middle. Not extremely hot, not extremely cold, you know? If it's like a 7, a 70, you know, it's a little warm, right?
What's room
literally
temperature
on
about?
a 0 to 10 scale, where 0 is the coldest day you can imagine, and 100 is the hottest day you can imagine. It's literally like it. So it's convenient for like conversation's sake. But if you're
Yeah.
talking like scientific processes, if you're talking reactions, if you're talking like actually trying to do stuff with it that involves scientific stuff, it's awful.
It's
To
awful,
me-
and
to
that's why
me-
we use Kelvin.
To me,
Yeah,
it
that's
just
true.
sounds like overreacting.
And I
Just
mean,
like saying, oh man, it's like 100
Kelvin
degrees out here.
makes Kelvin makes more sense overall considering how heat works and all, but that's a whole another story.
I feel like we're breaking Nem's brain more and more.
No, I'm just saying. Let me ask you this: what is 0? What is it called? Grad. 0 degree Celsius plus 0 degree Celsius equal in Fahrenheit.
64.
Mhm.
There we
Yeah.
go. It makes no sense.
Because in Celsius, freezing point of water is 0, and boiling point of water is 100.
Convenient.
Meanwhile, in Fahrenheit, it's 32 for freezing and 212 degrees for boiling.
Okay.
That's so confusing. Why?
It's so hard to remember as well.
Yeah, you
They're not
poor
even, like,
people.
relatively.
Well, you should be glad that we're not using Kelvin to give daily temperatures. Because Kelvin,
True.
like, it's like currently like 2,000 something Kelvin.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's.
So the
'cause
1 Kelvin is like something minus 273 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minus 273 Celsius.
Yeah.
I feel like Celsius is the best of both worlds between Kelvin and Fahrenheit. It's both
Absolutely.
easy to say, right? Like room temperature is 21 degrees, right? Like if it's colder than 20, then it's probably a little chilly. If it's warmer than 20, then it's getting a bit hot. right? That's how it is in England, at least. It's obviously country specific.
I like 26
Yeah.
degrees. That's very comfortable for me.
For me,
Unfortunately,
22 is
like
comfortable.
unfortunately, like here in where I'm at in Louisiana, which is a southern part of America, we have very, very high humidity. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
I'm
Yeah.
talking like 80% or more on almost every single day out of the year.
So it
That's
just
not
feels hot
cool.
even if it's
Yeah.
really not
It's
hot.
just sticky.
Yeah.
It is just
Celsius doesn't help with
horrible.
that. Then again, none of these really help with humidity, like at all. Like, you
Yeah.
can say it's 60 degrees Fahrenheit, but if it's stupid humid, then
It
Fahrenheit
still
doesn't help you
feels
there
shit.
It just feels awful, regardless of what metric you're using. I love that nowadays we've, like, you've got weather apps.
That's
and
one
they'll
for
say things
Jinxie.
like, it is 28 degrees outside.
Oh,
And then it'll also say, but it feels
That's another one.
like it's 38
feels like.
degrees.
No, that actually matters.
Yeah.
I did
Especially
so
where I'm
well.
originally from,
You
where
did.
like the,
You just
it-
crumbled.
what happened?
I got 2 points in the swear jar.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I still have 3, so I'm still the one with the most
Oh, boy.
points.
Well, so like the feels like thing matters a lot for places where I used to live out in the Midwest, where it's like your daily temperature might be like 10 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit, and the wind chill puts it down to a feels like of negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit. It's like, yeah, that's pretty chilly.
I
Sounds
just love
like
that
it.
we're like, for the scientists out there, this is the temperature. But for everybody else, this is what it feels like, okay?
It's a competition.
Wear a coat.
Yeah.
I
Get
think
ahead.
I wanted to say this also when it comes to like imperial and metric things. When it comes to tools, we're also really, really like messed up here because we have imperial sized tools which deal with inches and things like that, but we also have metric tools because a lot of things here in America are imported.
Oh.
The issue is that you can't easily tell the difference between a metric or an imperial size like bit or whatever that you're looking at. And usually whenever you're trying to figure out the size of it by putting different pieces over it to figuring it out, you're just going to end up damaging your tools because you're just slightly off, and so it breaks things.
I would say sort of to that. I think it really just depends on the situation and how well you take care of your toolbox, actually. I
guess it also
can't say I've
depends on,
heard
like, how
many
much
people
pay
getting
on it.
confused by that sort of situation.
I mean, if in the UK, because of Americanization, like, as Stephen Fry once said, where America goes, Britain follows, we have got both imperial and metric, but only with specific situations. So, for
Understandable.
example, somebody's height will measure in feet, but only in parts of the country. In other parts, it'll be in meters and centimeters, right? And then, if we're doing distance, some people will measure in yards.
Oh
because
my.
some cars will have, like, the radios and stuff inside that will have, like, those cameras where it measures distance for you and stuff.
Oh,
And they will measure it in yards.
Oh,
or GPS
yeah.
systems will say in yards, right? But most people go on meters, right? Or miles.
I mean, a yard is a meter, so.
And then we've got weight. Weight is a big issue, right? Because we measure weight in stone if it's a person.
Huh?
Right?
Yeah, that I never understood.
Oh, right.
If it's a person, we weigh them in stone. But if it's like anything else, then we'll go with kilograms. Although sometimes pounds can be used, but stone is like the big one. So yeah, we just kind of do what we want when we want. It's kind of based on where you are in the country, and it's so frustrating when one person's going, "Yo, I'm 6'4". How tall are you?" And the other person's going, "I'm 183 centimeters." What does the foot mean? Wait, how tall is foot? Wait. I don't
Yeah.
know. Wait, huh?
The same
And
as
then
like
be
with
in
the
same
feet.
country.
It's like, doesn't it go to 11? And then it starts by 0 and 1 again if you measure
No,
someone?
I think that's inches.
Oh, inches, right.
That's
yeah.
inches, and then 12 inches is 1 foot. That's why it's
Aye.
6 feet, and then the inches are.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
There you go.
confusing.
Also, 1 stone is like 6.3 kilograms. What the?
Yeah.
0.3 on top of that.
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
Humans are weird.
I feel like we need to have like a talk stream, just like countries versus
The
others.
only
Keep
thing,
going.
Yeah,
the only thing that most countries in the world nowadays can agree on is our like calendar system.
Mm.
Only partially, also, because like,
Yeah.
I know some countries don't even recognize leap years and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some countries have their own.
Oh wow, I had no idea that some countries just said nope, we ain't doing leap years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
don't.
generally accepted the Gregorian calendar,
just
but
remembered-
after that they'll have their own calendars that they follow or whatnot.
we're changing the clocks in a few weeks.
Yeah, for
That is coming up.
example.
Because we have daylight savings.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know, for
Speaking
example,
of-
I think pretty sure China doesn't change it, because sometimes the time difference between me and my relatives are 6 hours, sometimes 7 hours. Because we
Yeah.
have the
Speaking
leap year.
of, there's been talk for the past few months here in America about actually just stopping doing
Oh, that's
daylight savings.
no. That's
Stopping
a
what?
year-old talk. It got halfway through Congress, and then we just stopped talking about it because it wasn't important anymore. We almost got rid of it last year, and we're gonna try again next year.
Got rid of what?
Daylight savings.
Oh,
Turning
really?
the clock back and forward an hour depending on how much time is
Yeah.
during the day.
The
Yeah,
idea
yeah,
is that
we have
would,
that
we
as
would
well.
spring.
Yes.
Yeah, the idea is that we would spring forward and then never do it again. There are certain states like Arizona in the U.S. that just don't even do it anyway. So it's like they're trying to make it like a normal thing. They got halfway through where it needed to be, and then they just
Oh
stopped talking
my.
about it because geopolitical things happened.
Oh yeah, so I know what you're talking about now.
That's wild.
That's one of the main reasons why they sort of just stopped talking about it, even though it was like generally agreed, like, yeah, you know what, we don't really like this anymore. So we're gonna try again next year. Yeah, but even they don't really need to rely on that one too much anymore because of modern farmer technology and stuff like that.
That's true.
True.
Farming
I
is a
just
whole
love how
thing.
We have a whole, like in the UK, I imagine American does this as well. But we'll have, for me, it's Greenwich Mean Time (GMT). But then in the summertime, we don't go by GMT anymore. It's now BST, British Summertime.
Oh,
My
yay.
We have a
That-
whole separate acronym depending on
Dude.
if we're ahead or not.
Oh
You have
my.
no idea. Like at work, we had to deal with locales and stuff like that for the website that I'm building and stuff like that. And I kid you not, a solid whole day from 9 to 5 was spent discussing how we want to handle the English time zone because you guys do too.
Yeah, we have two.
That was a whole day's conversation. I'll have you know. We came the next day and we're just like, screw it, we're going with locale. We'll let someone else figure it out. Because yeah, you guys changed from GMT to BST. It's like, oh, we shouldn't have. Like, are we gonna care about that? Like, when do they switch? Well, how do we switch? What happens if like something happens while they're in BST, but then while the time something when process A happened and process B started, they switched over to GMT? What do we do then? Oh no! It was frustrating.
And if you're in GMT +1 and then you're switching to like BST, right?
Yeah.
Then you've got another issue.
It
Because
just-
are they
it
now
just doesn't-
BST +1 or are they just BST flat? Depends on where you are.
Huh.
Exactly.
Oh
It
my
went
goodness.
As confusing as
There
you
was
would
a
imagine.
great video from Numberphile that Tom Scott like hosted, all about why you should not be dealing with time zones. And it's a video that's like 8 years old now, but it summarizes this exact issue so well.
The problem is that we can't convert everyone over to UTC because no one understands it.
Oh yeah, I have no idea what UTC is.
Yeah.
Nope,
I'll see it on
absolutely
websites
not.
When I'm doing conversions, and I'm like, nah, just ignore that. We'll just figure out what time zones we're in.
It's basically we're not gonna care about time zone. This is just the time.
Universal time code or whatever it stands for.
Yeah. It basically, when you see the big number, it's every second since 1970, like January 1st, 1970, from when they started the epoch, and then every number at so then it just keeps on ticking up. So that's why the number is so large.
My nan is older than time.
Let's go.
That's crazy.
She is timeless.
My mum is older than time. I should ask her. Like, she did
How does it feel?
that. When you were born, how were things? Like, did things move? Or was everything
stuff in color?
I see all these pictures and it's all grey. Like, damn, who invented it? Who invented colour? And when did it spread?
Was it like a disease?
Yeah, we've all been
Oh my goodness.
spread all over the
when
world.
did you pick your eye colour and why was blue so uncommon?
I recall seeing a clip of this Australian TV show that showed when they were making the conversion from black and white TV to color TV, and they
too.
progressively added the color in and stuff like that. Oh, it was such a cool clip. If I find it, I'll try and post it. But it was really cool to see them on TV go from black and white to color.
I saw you just reminded me of a video I saw ages ago where they went through it was discussing the history and importance of vowels, and for every vowel they discussed, they removed that vowel from every word they spoke.
Oh,
that sounds
God.
I think I know what you're
interesting.
talking. Yes, actually, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so they just removed the letter A from every word that they spoke, and then removed E, and then I, and then O, and then they were just
Oh my
talking without
goodness.
vowels.
Oh my.
It's such a good video. If I find it, I'll post it.
Yes.
When it comes to language stuff, oddly enough, I know that there's 4 or 5 different branches that all languages in the world come from, essentially. Japanese, Chinese, Taiwanese, all of those are all on their own branch, while most of the world that speaks English or things similar to English, or even Spanish, German, things like that. There's Latin.
Yeah, Latin was
derivative
big.
And Germanic derivative.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
And English is Germanic based, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And because of a weird thing, the English language does not have an actual name for bear.
Huh?
Huh?
Wait.
I don't think even I knew that.
The word bear, it comes from back when the language was just German, or Old German, I should say. And it was all about how they would describe a bear as the brown one, because apparently in Old German superstition, saying a bear's name would let the bear know where you're at.
Huh.
Oh, I can't believe that. Yeah.
So while everything else in the world got things similar to Ursa or Soar or things like that, all sound very similar, English has bear, which is completely different because we don't actually have a word for it. And instead, we're literally just calling them the brown one.
Fair.
I mean, this
You're
sounds
avoiding
very
saying the
similar
name of
to
a
the
bear.
German word bear.
Just avoid the word altogether. Just remove it from the lexicon, and then problem solved.
If you
No
I guess
bear.
we
switch,
don't
if
really
you switch,
need it, do we?
if you switch the A and the E, then it would be like
That would
the
be German.
bear.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. We just switch those two and it's German.
I'm trying to think. Does German actually have a word for bear, or is it
Of
just
course we
Yeah,
have.
bear.
It's bear.
Just bear. But
Wait, I can
instead
type
of
it in
EA,
chat.
it's It's an A with the two dots above. Which
So-
Yeah.
would be a.
So you technically don't have a word for bear then.
Well,
I mean,
bear
that
is the
is
word for
word.
it.
Yes,
It
but
is-
it's whatever it was originally based off of is not there anymore because
Yeah,
people stopped
basically.
calling it.
Ah, I
Um,
see.
Basically,
much.
the original word used for bear has become forgotten because nobody would say it. So now our substitute for that word is the word bear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could argue, for the new generation, the word for a bear is now bear. The original one's
These
gone,
young
but we don't need it anymore.
whippersnappers.
We got a new one.
Yeah.
They don't know how to say the word bear, so we just had to freaking make a new one ourselves.
I was so scared of saying the word bear that I never taught my kid the word. Just never told him.
These new generations needing to create new words. Oh, back in my day, we talked with stones.
Uh. I pulled up the article that I'd read about it a long time ago.
Ooh.
At first glance, then the idea of an Indo-European bear taboo would explain the disparate forms of the word for bear we see in some Indo-European languages, some of which don't seem to have roots in the postulated Proto-Indo-European term Ursa in Latin and Bar in German, are Bjorn in Old Norse. Arto or Arto in Old Celtic. I can't even pronounce that one. Or that. Because that's in Greek apparently.
Oh,
But
I could.
Germanic. Sorry, go ahead.
Show me.
What?
Show you what?
The old Greek. I
Oh,
wanna
show
know.
you the. Okay, I'll show you the.
show
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. I'm putting it in. I guess I'll put it in your chat.
Sure. Wait, hold on. Where's my chat? Ah, Arcto.
Holy crap! You can read that.
Yeah.
No, I want to see.
Oh, wait.
too.
Wait, I need to make the A slightly bigger. I don't see the accent.
Oh wait, maybe I.
Yeah,
I
it's
think I may have.
Arcto.
I may have actually copied one letter less than I was
Oh.
supposed to. Here we go.
Yep, the ending. Yep. Okay, yep, that's masculine. Arctos.
Interesting.
There you go.
Germanic, both Germanic, that is German and Old Norse forms, were presumably Bertel in Proto-Germanic and was derived from. I can't even pronounce that.
Why does it sound so
And I
cute?
Like, can you read this one? It's got a very weird letter in it.
That's.
That is a
I
weird
don't
letter.
remember which language that is, but that's a. No, it's not
Just-
Hebrew.
Just
No,
looks
it's-
like
Is
the
that a Unicode
her-
formatting issue?
No, it's some. I think it's something to do with Proto-Germanic
Ah,
language.
yeah, you're
I have a
right.
reversed
It's-
letter of that on my keyboard. It's.
It apparently means
GMT.
brown.
Ah, and that's where it's coming from. We're just calling it the brown thing.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh.
given that, many, many years ago, would not be surprised for them to be like that brown
Fair.
thing there.
Yeah. Also, superstitions were quite big everywhere in the world.
Yep.
I mean, it somewhat makes sense, especially even in other languages, because like there isn't any word Ursa in Slavic languages like Russian and all, but that's because their word is derived from what I don't know how to read Russian, but it basically means knower of honey.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
So clearly they don't want to say the name either. Instead, they're calling it Nowhere of Honey or things like that. But it's just interesting.
Indeed.
I did find that that video that I spoke about, I did get it wrong. It's not that they removed the letters, it's that they started pronouncing them phonetically the exact same way, regardless of the word that they were put in.
Oh yes, that's so good.
So, like A in apple, you would say A for every single A that is present, regardless of the word.
Ooh.
I will put it in all gap. All gimin.
Allgemein.
I think.
Oh wait, it's German?
Yeah, it means general. Yeah, it's German. I've
Oh,
noticed that as soon as I joined.
You didn't do that
Same.
on
Oh
purpose?
no, because I thought it's the
Even the
it's
text thing
the
says like.
Wait, what? I thought it was just
Text
yeah.
Yeah, text kanäle.
Testkanäle.
I
No,
also thought it was on purpose, to be honest.
that's the normal thing if you start a server.
Nim, I thought you were
that makes
just
sense.
I thought you were just being cute about it. I didn't
No,
know.
I didn't know. I
but-
thought it would just show up in everyone's like setting language as the
No.
normal
No.
thing, cause that's the normal setting.
Yeah, because we're totally like none of us were surprised when we saw that. Because just like, oh, that's just them being cute and wanting to convert us to speak more German.
Yes.
Sure, no problem, whatever, right? It's just a nem thing to do.
I thought it fun.
reading that as all gaming, like all gaming related.
Oh.
It's
chat. That's not my
allgemein.
weird way of typing
Yeah,
that.
it's just allgemein.
Allgemein is like
Allgemein.
for
I said allgemein.
everything.
That was
Like
too.
Yeah, it's
No.
close, yeah.
It's supposed to be general in text.
Yeah,
You
it's
had everything else right, which was
general.
pretty impressive. The thing too is all the other ones are like in actual English, right? So that's why probably a lot of us thought we were just like, oh, general, whatever, right? You know, that's just
yeah, it's just
them
general.
Yeah.
I thought
I'm really confused how you didn't notice that while setting everything up. I'm kind of scared.
no,
really.
I just thought it would be like, since it's a normal thing, that it would automatically just translate into everyone's language.
No.
No.
Oh
I mean,
no!
we can just keep it. I think it's
You
pretty
keep
funny.
it.
Yeah,
Ah.
it's cute.
I just add more German stuff. I don't even bother.
I feel like this is like a grandmother like learning about Alexa. It's like,
Stop!
okay, can it make me tea?
Oh, man.
Can it cook my dinner? Like, Alexa, bake me a cake.
Listen, me and
That's not currently
technology,
possible right now.
we're not good friends.
I'm sorry, I don't have arms.
I don't have the ability to do that.
No, soon enough we'll have an Alexa that can just do everything in the house.
We're very close to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I'm
already
waiting for
have a
Man marries his
vacuum.
Alexa.
Recently,
I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
recently my parents and I moved to a new place because of unfortunate reasons, but that's not important. But what happened was I had a Alexa that was in my room, and I wasn't really using it that much. And I know my parents like to listen to music, but they hate trying to listen to it on the radio because they can't ever get anything that they want to listen to on. So I decided to plug in the Alexa into the kitchen for them and let them use that. Alexa doesn't understand the way they speak.
Oh no!
Yes.
Like,
Oh.
they have a, as weird as it might sound, I have practically no accent or any kind of weird, like, way of speaking similar to a lot of other people in this area do. So I can pronunciate and just actually put together sentences clearly, while a lot of other people here kind of, how can I say, slack jaw.
But
slackjaw, as in like they merge words when speaking.
Oh,
sometimes
yeah.
They,
Their words.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
and so things like Alexa, which depends on understanding what you're saying,
Oh no.
cannot understand what they were saying.
Yeah, Alexa also has that issue with Scottish people.
That reminds me of a hilarious comedy video that I saw. It was voice recognition elevator in Scotland. It was. It's so hilarious.
Oh, I think I know
It's
which
so
one you're
good.
talking about. It's
Oh, man.
amazing.
Nothing voice activated works in Scotland because
Yeah.
the way that they talk.
Yep,
is-
that one's such a good one.
I would imagine it would work better in Scotland than it would in Welsh.
Well, I feel like if a Welsh person speaks English, the accent transfers fairly well. But if you're in like Aberdeen, which is the north of Scotland, like you cannot understand them. It's literally no, and I mean other Scottish people can't understand them. If you're in the south of Scotland, like Dundee, Glasgow, you will not understand people born and raised in Aberdeen because the accents are so like separate from each other. The more north you go in Scotland, the heavier the accent becomes to the point where it's not English. And I mean literally not English. They release storybooks in Scottish where they add the apostrophes in.
Oh.
Because
Oh
if,
my goodness.
because they
Oh,
teach
no.
their kids how to say it in a Scottish accent. By doing that, they omit letters and add letters, and they will literally have books in Scottish. And Alexa isn't trained on that, so she can't understand it. It's kind of fascinating to see the lengths they go to preserve their accent.
That's
I mean,
amazing.
that is fair. The Scottish accent is really cool. I really like it. I actually found the video. I'll just put it into the collab chat here. If anyone wants to watch it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really, really good.
Here's an example of one. So there is a book called "You Can't Shove Your Granny Off of a Butt,"
What?
right?
What?
But it's been released. It's a children's book. It's been released in Scotland as "You Canna Shove Your Granny Off a Bus."
Oh, that's amazing.
Why,
Have you
that's
seen the
amazing.
Fricton video?
I'm putting in chat the way it's spelt, so then you
Oh,
guys
please.
like tell what I mean by it's in Scottish. Ugh.
You remind me of like how, and I'm not the only person that thinks this way. Clearly, when it comes to America and thinking about how other languages sound, but in general, we see German as a very angry sounding language.
Why?
Yeah, that
Which
is
is
true.
so
Why?
funny.
Well, gee, I don't
It's
know.
so chill.
How do you say butterfly?
Schmetterling.
Yeah.
Okay, Jake, for what it's worth though, Jinxie, you're two very soft-spoken people to do that.
It's really just.
Oh,
Schmetterling.
excuse me. Do you want me to Schmetterling it? No one
Yeah,
talks like that.
No, literally no one talks like that here.
That's so painful
Like-
to speak like that.
Yeah, there's.
So
I think it's
uncomfortable.
only because of one specific person that everyone thinks it, and I'm not
Yeah.
gonna mention him.
Yep.
I don't know. I think like in general, like a lot of the words are much harsher than.
That's just because we put more.
We have more ch sounds that's like pronounced
Yeah,
at the
like
back
that.
of our throats.
Also, maybe because you combine like 4 or 5 words into one mega word.
Well, that is just because for convenience.
Yeah, we just explain what it is exactly with one single word.
Yeah.
Err.
Like
Yeah.
Don't use the extremely long one as an example. No one uses that ever. I've never heard that ever been used.
What was it? That's Fleischetikett irgendwie Wort.
Yeah.
How exactly? Let's see. I know. Hospital sounds somewhat.
Oh yeah, Krankenhaus.
Krankenhaus?
Krankenhaus.
Yeah, Krankenhaus. It's the harsh thing about that would be the K and R together, because that can sound a little harsh, I guess. Krankenhaus. but only if you really put your emphasis on it. But if you just say it like that, Krankenhaus.
I'm trying to remember other ones.
There we go.
What's
Have fun
traffic
with
light
this one,
again?
everyone.
Ampel.
Ampel?
That's it?
Yeah.
Ampel.
What aids are you expecting?
Well, it's like I'm saying traffic light and it's just Ampel.
Ampel.
Yeah, it's just Ampel. Oh yeah, that's a long word.
That's the official, yeah.
Rindfleisch-Etikettierungsüberwachungsaufgabenübertragungsgesetz.
Yeah, that's the official longest word from in German.
Yeah, but it's just the longest word. No one uses it.
Yeah, it's just a specific law.
Yeah.
That is being very specific.
Very, very specific. Oh yeah, something else that I've heard a lot is that people translate science directly into Naturwissenschaft, but that is not directly always correct. Sometimes science is just Wissenschaft.
Yeah, exactly. Science is just Wissenschaft. It depends on what it is, what the context is.
Yeah, the context is very important.
I found the Gruffalo translated into Scots.
Oh, Gruffalo, I know that one.
Yeah, and I've put you can't shove your granny off a bus.
It's so
there
good.
as well. So I figured you guys might want to see just how they raise their kids, you know?
How do you say pin again?
Pin?
Nadel?
Oh, Nadel.
Like pin,
What?
like pencil or pen?
Oh, pen.
Bleistift?
Stift.
Stift, yeah.
And Bleistift.
Mm.
Depending on what
Which
you mean.
one you want.
It could also be a Füller.
Ja, oder Kugelschreiber?
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's what I was.
Kugelschreiber was.
It was a ballpoint pen. It's Kugelschreiber.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
We
That's
know
what I was
our
thinking
pens.
of.
Yeah. It's
You
a
need to
very
be
specific
specific.
one, though. Yeah. Like it's also not that hard to be honest. Wait.
I think it's just because Americans and like
Ballpoint pen.
a Brit aren't really used to like throat sounds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for us it sounds harsh and aggressive because we don't do those sounds, and for us who aren't used to them, they feel difficult to use.
Yes.
So yeah, it can, rather than it comes off as slightly more aggressive, probably from our perspective just because it's something we can't do, and that is a similar sound that we would make when we're like coughing up phlegm or
Yeah.
spitting, you know?
Yeah.
It's like not pleasant for a sound that's not in our typical repertoire.
How about the word science?
Shield?
Wissenschaft.
Science
What?
or shield?
Yeah, I heard science.
I heard
Science.
shield. Science. Oh, Wissenschaft, yeah.
Yeah, Wissenschaft.
What Exo said.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Most
Yeah,
would
the-
say Naturwissenschaft, but that's specific. That's very specific.
Yeah, there are a lot of shorts who be like Naturwissenschaft or something like that, but that's
Yeah.
really not the way Germans
Yeah.
speak at all. Like when we look at those videos, we laugh at it too.
Yeah,
They're amazing to look at.
it's pretty funny.
It's really funny.
Kind of comes down to stereotypes. 'Cause, like,
Exactly, and
you've
we're
got-
making fun
Yeah.
of them too.
Yeah, German stereotype is like mean, aggressive, like harsh spoken, you know?
Yeah, we don't smile,
Yeah.
we have no fun in our lives,
Mhm.
we don't joke, we're always serious, straight to business.
I mean, to be fair, smiling is not always the case in a lot of the jobs here. At least I don't actively always see people smiling while doing their job, but that's because we don't have to.
Yeah, exactly, why do
It's
we
not-
have to? Everyone's doing their job,
Mutually
that's their
enforced
job.
smiling.
Yeah. Like, yeah,
We're
I
smiling, huh?
I heard-
We're in
I
We
heard
Happy Few
that-
again.
Yeah, I heard that in some country, I think it was somewhere in America or somewhere else, that some retail workers actually are taught to always smile and be kind. We don't have
Wow.
that.
Workers, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're in retail and social work, yeah, you should.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you have to be polite and respectful, but you
Yeah,
don't
but
need
we
to
don't have
smile
to be
for that.
Yeah.
But if you're at a desk job, I mean, if you smile, go for it. But like, you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
more
no,
that
you
your
don't have to.
image is the public image of the company that you're representing
I
when
don't
you're
think
in a
anyone-
retail position. So if somebody
Yeah.
has a bad experience with you or sees you as unapproachable, then the employer sees that as a reason that you're not doing your job well enough.
Yeah, I don't think we have that here. At least I've never seen a problem with that.
I mean, it would definitely be better if one smiled, but I think we might be a little bit more easier on that. But I think that also depends on the field of work,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
like always.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was gonna say, for example, a TV presenter, you would like them to smile a bit, but then I remembered BBC broadcasts in this country are quite literally stern-faced Brits going, there's been a bus accident on the 129. Like, it's complete stoicism, right? The only
Yeah.
time you'll like have any sort of like glee, laughter, or like happiness is when it's a TV presenter who is well known, right? If it's just like
Oh,
the
yeah.
BBC broadcast, even the happy things won't be presented with a smile. It's
No,
kind of
that's fair.
crazy. It's like, now we take a camera to the graduating students of this particular school. And then it'll just, like, it'll cut to the kids and it'll show, like, some of them being happy, but then it'll just pan to the side and see, like, a kid crying. It's like, we gotta show both sides all the time. It's equality, guys. And then it'll cut back to the presenter and he's just got a stone face and he's like, lovely to see that. So, next story.
That
So-
reminds me of the time I didn't get on the news because I wasn't sensational enough.
Sensational? Okay.
Bruh.
Yeah, so what
You'll be
happened
fine.
was I got interviewed for the news one time because my flight got delayed and stuff like that. Shocking surprise if anyone knows me in any reasonable aspect and have seen my
Yeah.
Twitter logs about me delaying flights. Nem knows all
Poor
too
you,
well.
yeah, poor you, really.
One time I got interviewed and this guy, he just asked questions like, where were you trying to go and stuff like that. And what had happened was on my way to the airport, my flight got straight up canceled and they booked me for the next flight the next day later. And I'm like, that is not gonna fly. I have to go home because otherwise I am stuck in the middle of literal nowhere. And stuff like that. So I book another flight and I had to wait at the front because just logistic reasons. I couldn't actually get into the gate. Be that as it may, I got interviewed by the news station and I was like, oh, that's really cool and stuff like that. I wonder if I'll actually show up. Can I answer the questions like, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about the delays and stuff like that? And I explained that I frequently have this happen to me and blah, blah, blah and stuff like that. I watched the news that night, or I look up the news section that was that, and my segment did not get aired. In fact, I saw the person that got interviewed after me, and they interviewed a lady who was talking about how, her kids were crying and how they were really expecting to go on this vacation and stuff like that, and it was just kind of like, it was a very,
You have no
heartfelt
drama
thing about
going
it.
on.
What's up?
There's no drama involved in your
Exactly,
delay.
yeah, literally. So I, after seeing that, I was like, I can't entirely blame them for not picking me because I wasn't distraught or sensational enough. But hey, at least I got the opportunity.
Yep. Alrighty, I'll be honest.
You should have cried about not seeing your kids on Christmas Day.
Yep.
You know?
There,
should have.
honestly, dudes, like with some of these delays, I swear to God.
Alrighty, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna end stream. We can still hang out, but
Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna end this all.
It
Hold
is
on.
pretty late.
And
Yes,
we
yes.
haven't been playing the game for an hour now.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I don't have to watch my my language anymore, thankfully.
Now, as long as you're in
Oh.
my server, you have to watch it.
Okay, I'm gonna create a group call and DMs. With the
Yes.
messages in it,
Okay, wait.
I like how I didn't realize
there
I
we go.
had did it until you counted it, and then my first reaction
Was to
to
swear
it.
again.
My first reaction to immediately hearing you counting it was like yet another one, and it's like, oh no!
Yeah, I did that exact same thing like last stream. Exact same thing. It's just an instantaneous.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, it is.
Gans already stopped streaming. Wait.
Yeah, it's just ended. Do you need somebody?
I mean, Vice is there. Wait, let's create Vice. Hold on, I just need the name. There we go. Da-da-da. I was just looking at it and Gunstream was like someone else. I was like, huh, that doesn't look right. There we go.
Thank you everybody who joined the stream.
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and thank you guys for joining in, voicing the characters. And I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too and are willing to join again.
Oh, I can't wait.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, real, welcome back.
This time.
Yes, we're leaving, but we might be hanging out on VC. Yes, okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, take care everyone, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.